I'm back, as I said I would be. I'm just always going to be that second... Why not delete that extra file that I made just in case? I told you I would!
But...
Okay, so... Just
What now?
had dinner, played some gay, just want to make sure everything's in order. Alright, so I'm gonna try double warrior knight and see how that works out. Because warrior resists.
Yep.
However,
Because the other option I could... The elf.
however,
This elf. She is, in fact, unstoppable. I am making sure that, that no one can stop her. I could go double warrior, or I could switch up to, the heal.
What now?
Let's... Actually, I think healer would be a better option. I've got that already leveled. And if it
This
doesn't work
place. Let's go.
out, monsters are on the rise, even close to the capital. Take long to feel you're really
Yes.
alive. Present times make the capital a popular travel destination. Not be idle. Bounty apparently leads a pack of wild dogs, but it's something called a mensch. There it is!
Just a sec.
Wait, that monster just now? We didn't approach, but
So
sensed it.
apparently...
Like it checked up on us, then
Well
ran,
then.
and ran back. Focus on the smaller curs, and ignore
Yes.
us forever. Right, that's what the guy said. If we kill the lesser dogs, some bounty requests require a number of enemies to be killed before the main target appears. Once you've defeated the required number of enemies, the bounty will appear. Make sure you're prepared for the real battle.
Yep, we're safe here. Enemies up ahead.
see the
We
enemy.
got this.
Time for some close.
I knew you could do it.
The worms!
Just a bunch of weak ones.
I
We should
I
try.
need no longer fear the worms.
I knew you could do it.
I see the enemy.
Get ready, everyone.
Payback for harassing me at the start of the game. Ooh. A gold
Great
beetle.
find. Keep it. They all seem pretty weak.
There they are.
Got this.
Worm meat?
I don't
Right
see
there.
anything.
Come on.
Handle we got this.
I see the enemy.
they've noticed us.
We've been spotted.
Right there.
On your guard. Let's stash that somewhere safe.
All right, we did it.
I
don't
see the enemy.
anything we can handle easily.
Charging in.
Very impressive.
There's element. If I just
What now?
switch out my my inherited skill to fire.
I don't see anything we can't
Right
handle
there.
easily.
Forward! Time for some close combat. Charging in. Okay, this could be our chance. All we've got.
This is our chance.
Oh wow, look at my little wand. It's super, like, magical girl now.
Vitus power. Fire!
You hit their weakness.
I shall fight as
That's
the
your
noble.
opening, Captain.
They die hard.
Fight there!
Alrighty. Ooh, that was
Okay,
a
I
big
don't think
hit.
there's any
The
more backup
Vulcanburg.
coming. Let's keep moving.
Remain steadfast. Some foes still draw breath.
All right, how's that?
Right, now that the orb has been taken out,
What now?
back to ice. That's what we need for the actual boss.
No.
I see the enemy.
That was the last of them.
There they are. Forward!
Have no
Hey,
fear,
great
Gallica.
job.
These worms cannot harm us. Too strong for them.
Right there. Come on!
Now the real test is
Time for
going
some close
back
combat.
into the
Yeah,
mines
nice work.
that we went through with Stroll and Grius, and fighting
Alright,
that
Look at
dragon.
that.
Damascus Shamshir. Sturdy greatsword.
What now?
Hell yeah. Big sword for Stroll. Woo! Ooh, look at that! Stroll, you're styling!
Watch
I
out.
see the
We've
enemy.
been spotted.
Right there.
Nice. I feel stronger already.
They've noticed us.
I see the enemy. All right, how's that?
Amazing.
Right there. Forward! Charging in. Come on! Time for some close combat. Push through.
I think we're in the clear.
Draw steel. We are
I see the enemy.
Ha! I have never known such heights. We cannot avoid this fight.
Okay, that's one half of the area not filled in. Well, there's a bit of
There they are. Charging in.
Amazing. Great moves back there.
Man, farming in this game, like, farming for items and grinding experience is gonna be so much easier than in older SMT games if you can just slap enemies in the field. It's like, it seems like as soon as the entire party one level higher than the enemy, that's when you're in the range to just insta-kill them.
I see the enemy. Come on!
Exemplary.
Nice.
Not bad.
Hey, treasure.
Right there. Forward!
Aggressive as
How's
ever.
that? There they are. Come on!
Hey,
Charging in. All right. How's that?
Such skill.
Absolutely destroying the ecology
see
of
the
the
end.
desert,
Come on!
killing all of
Nice.
these
You're gaining
predators.
strength.
But it's worth it. I need to fill in my map.
Draw.
Just a little bit there.
Right there. Push through. All right.
Amazing.
How's that?
Great moves back there.
Time for some close combat.
Exemplary.
Charging in. Forward!
very impressive.
Look.
Something's huge and it's headed right for us! Alright, let's fight this fucking manticore.
All right!
It's huge. Worms in this sky, the people in town are essentially trapped. One certainly expects beasts in a desert, but for something like this to appear. No kidding. Like a fellow city guard can handle.
Stay
Got to
present
do
and
something.
focused.
Get ready!
Healer! Ice!
You hit their weakness!
In the name of
That's
justice,
your
I shall
opening,
vanquish
Captain.
evil. Hack and slash.
By the
Hey,
sworn
there we
oath.
go.
Oh, power of heroes! Sever!
Let's stay calm. Come forth, royal soul!
I shall fight as the noble I am. Ah! I'll cut you down.
Wow, this thing!
That's not good.
Everyone's stats went down.
Hulkenberg, your attack power's dropped!
Get rid of this?
Nice! Is that all?
I will fight with...
Yeah, I did.
Here!
Thank you.
Helpful as ever. In the name, I call upon royal power within.
You hit their weak point!
I
Keep it up,
stand
Stroll.
ready. Huh, take this! May yet cling to life.
Stinger attack!
I cannot
Seizing
bear
their
this.
chance while Hulkenberg's
Is that all?
anxious!
I'm not
Hulkenberg's
so
badly wounded!
easily.
Someone heal her!
Come forth, royal soul! Freeze!
You hit their weakness!
Now, what's
That's your
warrior?
opening, Captain!
The power of ice.
You hit their weak point! Keep it up, Stroll!
Right there!
Wow, that was way easier than the Minotaur. Bone hell.
Satisfactory. A new means of protection.
Hey, automatically increase wielder's defense. I wonder if that stacks with the item she has that boosts her defense at start of battle. Will that just put it up by 2 levels instead of 1?
However,
This bounty had been left unaddressed. The military must be truly short-handed.
Even so.
True. While I'm glad we can profit from it, the sort of thing really is their responsibility.
yes.
I could not agree more. The threat to this area has been neutralized. By now.
Right.
Absolutely. That's enough for now. Let's go report in at the recruit.
What do you think?
Right, let's head
In
back.
that case,
Yeah! Hey! Okay then. Right?
Alright, one day before the big shit goes down.
All right.
Taking down that Manjula that was terrorizing the desert, so the bounty is ours. It is a reward in itself to know one less threat menaces the capital. Of course, we should collect our fair compensation, as we've most certainly earned it. Gordon's announcement just around the corner.
True.
Guess we're splitting up.
Oh,
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Say there.
What is it?
All right then.
Or fast travel?
Let's go.
There is! Right.
We did it.
10 grand? And more courage.
All right.
Popularity up!
Amazing!
Ha! Monster Hunter. Subjugate a bounty.
All right then.
Let's go!
Now, I believe there is a...
Hey!
I did get
And what is
something
it you-
I could raise. Yes. Iron Abacus, weapon for merchant. Silver Cuirass, made of reinforced silver.
What now?
I question how effective that would be. Like, it's better than the Grand Jacket. I don't really have anyone that wants to use that right. Hey, what shall I do today?
That will be quite enough.
Alright. Yeah, by this time, most players have cleared the dungeon and are working about town. I haven't done this one yet, so let's work on our eloquence.
Excuse me. Appreciate it. Gonna be tough. Happy
Let's
to hear
do
that.
Carapace, Yef, Dari, and of course the Elba. Tribes are abhorred by the others. Without a great deal of wisdom or skill, it's possible for them to get a normal job. Work is especially limited here in the royal capital. The executioner in this back alley, right? Dirty work like that is all that's available to these tribes. Having a job is better than nothing. Those less fortunate starvation manager. Hey, Gator! Actually, no, there is one other option. Some igniter experimentation system. No guarantee they'll survive, though.
I don't know about that.
You be careful, too, please. I don't know much about experiments myself, but I do know, they're all over and they're considered useful tools. Blood is being spilled for their development. Not many people on my side, and I haven't helped many people yet, but knowing there are people like you out there
Take
gives me
care.
confidence. People like you, justice, and actually try to do something about it. The world would be a better place with more people like that.
All right.
That's another one that's going up pretty slowly. Not much, but here, thank you for your support.
Well then.
What exactly is an igniter? Is that one of those superpowers at the cost of die? No. Igniters are wands. They are manufactured tools that facilitate the casting of magic. Like, we actually check it here. They are conduits, they are objects that serve as conduits for magic, without which most people are not able to do magic. But they are very expensive, like cost of land or a house level expensive. Of course, you can get a free igniter if you join the army. You know, as, you know, granted it's army property and all, but like, hold on, I actually need to adjust something on my shit. Oh, is it freezing? Here, you look behind. You can see behind the scenes as I'm adjusting the settings of what allows me to talk. Intelligent life forms that are originated separately from the 8 tribes. Fairies are magic beings whose lives are dependent on magic itself. Their wings are organs of magic conveyance, making them float naturally, so they only flap them to stabilize themselves. Fairies can sense the presence or absence of magla around them through their 5 senses. A skill that can be shared among fairies, and with training can even be shared with people for short time. In ancient times, this was called the Fae Sight. It was quite prized. We're told that even kings sometimes took fairies with them on their journeys. Though different sexes exist, it is difficult to visually discern, as fairies do not change in appearance with age. Fairies do not have a fixed lifespan. It is determined by their strength of will to accomplish something, such as a goal or mission. As such, fairies can live for over 100 years. Conversely, a loss of motivation can cause even young fairies to enter a lethargy not unlike sleep and eventually fade away. The longer a fairy lives with intent and purpose, the more prominent their intelligence and self-awareness becomes. This change can lead to personality gaps as large as those between an adult and a child, occurring over a relatively short span of time. Yalika's old! Like, for her to be this eloquent and, like, for her to be so eloquent and mature, she has to be, like...
What is it? Amazing.
Like, she has to have been around for a while.
Yeah.
Time to help out in the kitchen.
You're a big...
I wonder if this will get me to the next rank of tolerant. I think that's it, right? Next thing we need to prepare is the cockatoo woolly cloud amulet. Eggs in the dish are supposed to have a fluffy look and texture. Okay, fluffy omelet. Cook on less oil, don't whisk. Cook at low heat. That's the key for good eggs.
Let's try this.
Whoa.
Want to make well-cooked eggs, you have to use low heat.
Nice job.
Now then.
Let's go! Yeah, real-life cooking skill check.
Tolerance.
For real.
Why, that's...
To help out as the night goes on.
It would seem that disaster was averted.
Alright. 22nd. Time for a big announcement from the Catholic Church.
Right then. Today's Forden's big announcement.
Wonder what he's planning. I guess the church has to have some reaction to all that stuff the king said.
Whatever it is, Luis won't be able to just ignore it. This might be a day that goes down in history.
Ladies and gents, lend me your ears!
Alright, here's our Dark Souls man. Our shady FromSoft guy.
Sanctifex Forden has spoken. The giant face in the sky, the massive rocks appearing throughout the land, and the mysterious voice claiming to be the past king. The Sanctus Church has officially recognized these happenings as the will of His Royal Majesty.
So it really is His Majesty!
And so, as His Majesty has decreed, whoever has gained the greatest trust of the people by the day of decision shall be our new king. This is a historic moment, good citizens. It's revolutionary. It's unprecedented. No matter who you are, you can take the throne.
Anyone?
Even me. If, and this is a big if, you are the person that all our people trust most in their hearts.
Maybe you could be king yourself, eh? You're popular enough.
Me? In charge? Well, that's the last thing this country needs. Right, let's review what we know, shall we? First, the new faces that have appeared on the rock. It shows us who's foremost in the running. We've worked out that much. The top 3 of the lot are also shown in the sky.
Yeah.
Suppose that way you can see their inspiring faces anytime, anywhere.
Yeah, this is the first presidential election in the world. Enforced by, the divine magic of the king.
Hold on. How's us common folk supposed to stand a chance against all these upper crusters?
Say you do become popular. With your face clear for all to see, surely that'd make you a prime target for assassination.
Not quite, friend. Not quite. A valid concern, but one His Majesty prepared for. Popular aspirants, at least those who make it onto the rock, are protected by royal magic. Assassinations off the table. Magic chains will spring to life and bind anyone who tries. I saw it happen with my own eyes to Count Luis's sorry assailant.
So, literally anyone could be king? Even a pauper? Or a slave? Or a criminal?
But hold on, you mean to say we might not be ruled by Clamar? What does that mean for us?
Right, I've said my piece. You know.
Of course,
all I
it's
know.
the Clamar
Now go
going like,
forth,
what do you
ladies
mean
and
there's
gents,
we're not
and
gonna be
spread the word.
the majority with the ruler being one of us anymore? That's not okay. Hi, Mr. LaRoque.
Whether you're from our fair capital or the middle of nowhere, the crown's within your grasp. Anyone in the land could be our next king.
So when am I gonna get to talk to this guy myself, and what archetype is he gonna give me? Is he gonna be the trickster?
I heard the announcement. The church has chosen to recognize this face's words as crown sent and shall abide by them.
They conceded that one quickly. Though I suppose it's a hard thing to deny, what with the royal palace hanging up there in the clouds.
Had they rushed a coronation for His Eminence Forden, it would have dashed any hope of reinstating His Highness. A small comfort.
I can tell from your face there's some bad news, too.
Do you recall those chains that froze Alsace in place? It seems that, too, was part of His Majesty's magic. Plainly, any candidates of sufficient favor cannot be deposed by force.
That's not good.
No, 'tis not indeed. This marks Luis as nigh untouchable. I will still seek to find him. Yet, even should we stand before the man himself, we could not kill him.
No! If we can't kill him, then how do we break the curse?
What the hell was the king thinking? Grius was trying to save his son. He died for it.
Even so, without this magic, no aspirant would be safe from assassination, leaving Luis to dominate through sheer martial strength.
What's our beef with Luis? So our main protagonist boy, little blue hair Carlton here, he was best friends with the prince. the prince was attacked by Luis and afflicted with a curse that is causing him to slowly die. And the only way to lift the curse is to kill Luis. Furthermore, Luis then murdered the king to try and depose him. And so already we know that Luis is a kingslayer and a traitor. But he also appears to be an omnicidal maniac, because right before he stabs the king, he's looking out over the city and going like, "These people are disgusting and so is their country. I'll burn it all to the ground." And then he kills the king. And yeah, he looks like Griffith. He's got a big breastplate with a big hawk on it. He dresses in all white. He looks like Lucifer. Must have a very good PR department. Yeah. His PR department is, he has the biggest he has a private army that is doing more work than the regular army.
We appear to be at an impasse.
And also, yeah, there is a lot of racism going on.
Everyone, have you seen Maria?
Luis is part of the racial majority. He's a Claymar, the horned folk. And they are the largest population and the one with the most, influence and wealth.
I checked her room and she isn't there. She wouldn't just leave without telling anyone. I couldn't deal with losing both of them.
I'll go look for her.
You will? Thank you. When I think of what might happen to her...
If she left her room on her own, she must have had some reason.
Let's go search for her. If we...
Well, I mean, it depends on who in the U.S. would say, heard about it, because,
Where?
there are still some people that want to bring back, segregation.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
I don't care who gets it. What in tarnations? Grand, isn't it?
Maria, where'd you go?
You little bastard, you.
What in tarnations?
That's terrible. I'm damned, Luis.
But... why?
So foolish.
What should I do?
Stop that! Him?
Aha. This is all right. What shall I do?
Stop that at once!
Right, not that way.
This is nice. This is all right. Ridiculous.
There's also the thing of, Luis... It's not just Luis has a lot of, military... a good PR department. It's also that a lot of people don't know that he killed the king. Everyone in power, the Royal Council, all know that it's obviously Luis that killed the king. But, none of the common folk know that he killed the king.
What is it?
As far as everyone else is concerned, oh, the king died of natural causes. And it's not like everyone got to see his body. Yeah, he's an incredibly powerful sorcerer. He's a skilled military tactician and soldier.
Grand, isn't it?
Stop that at once!
What am I gonna do, eh?
Tournament for the throne.
What shall I do?
Damn.
I'm just...
Where might she be?
What is it?
Aha. All right, then.
There's only so many places in the city I can actually go to, so I don't know where I'm supposed to look.
I don't care who gets it.
Ridiculous. This is all right.
Hey, listen.
Ooh. Oh, that bird is dead.
Hey, listen.
How to handle this?
You sound like a damn fool, you know that? Unstinking believe.
Just can't believe it's true.
That's enough now.
Ridiculous.
Oh, I'm in it now.
Well then, if you say no harm.
Now, how did I wind up here?
Hello there.
Oh! Ah. So I was on the money. My thought was, oh, where did Grius die? Probably in the cathedral.
Huh? Why?
Everyone was worried about you.
Sorry. Papa hasn't come home. And I always come here whenever I'm feeling lonely. One time he came here to get me. I remember because he called my name. But I pray, and he still doesn't come back. Maybe because the cathedral's broken?
Maria.
Miss Fabienne says Papa can't come home anymore. But I know Papa's gone away. He's gone somewhere I'll never see him again. Hasn't he? It's going to be so lonely. The loneliest it's ever been. But I have to be strong, don't I? But if it gets any lonelier, I don't know if I can do it.
I'm sorry. I promised we'd all come back together.
Why does everyone always leave? Mum was sick. The king and prince are gone. And now Papa? Why does everyone always leave? Is it my fault? I really did my best to be a good girl, but...
That's not why.
He's right, Maria. It's not your fault at all.
Listen to me, all right? Your father, he was fighting a very bad man. We were with him, but we couldn't protect him. I'm sorry.
I remember Papa saying something like that. He said, a really bad man might be our king. Is that part of it?
It's going to be all right. Don't worry.
I hope the next king is as nice as you. Then maybe things won't always be so sad.
My ideal world, people, their future, their birth doesn't matter. Prince told me that once.
I think I understand the king's intentions now. Maybe this is the sort of tragedy he was trying to end. Maybe he wanted a world where the crown goes to one who acts like a king ought to. Not whoever's willing to spill the most blood to do it.
You may be right, but much as we wish it, this is not a fight that might be ended through words alone.
Even so, we have to try.
Maria, you're safe. Oh, you had me worried sick.
I'm sorry for leaving on my own.
No, it's all right.
Miss Fabienne, I'm hungry.
Maria. Yes, that's right. Let's all sit down for some supper together. Thank you for finding her.
It looks like she's worked things out.
She's a strong girl.
But we've more troubles ahead. How now do we resolve this curse upon His Highness?
Yep. Yeah, and that's kind of the problem we're facing. Is the two people that are currently in the lead with the popular vote, as it were, are the head of the church, which is just as corrupt, and Luis. Like, the two people that were gunning for control of the country already are already also in popular opinion because of the power and authority they wield.
If Luis is the curse's caster, we've got to kill him to dispel it. So how do we do that if he's shielded by the king himself?
We make sure that he loses this,
I wish I could report back, but the prince is still asleep, and we're losing time. I don't think going back to the village is an option.
We cannot lose faith yet. There must be some further course we can pursue.
Well, there's the church's announcement. I expect they're trying to stop a wave of rival candidates from flooding the standings. I doubt the church would accept this popularity contest if they didn't already have a plan to game it.
Yeah, and Stroll is talking about that exact thing
True
right
enough.
now.
I can only wonder at their aims. For today, we should content ourselves with rest and recovery.
Sorry, did I wake you? Laying here, I always end up caught in my own thoughts. Grius and Maria. The prince. Just thinking in circles again. Not good, is it?
Let's think about it together.
Keeping me company, are you? You really are a strange one. My kind of strange, if I'm honest. That book, is that the novel you're always carrying around? Feels like months ago now that I spotted you buried in it on the carriage ride to the fort.
Wanna read it?
If you don't mind, since we've finally some room to breathe. Oh, interesting. It's written through the lens of a fictional land. This bit's about the Utopia's security. In this world, there is no blood-stained contest for sovereignty. The people choose their sovereign from among themselves. One cannot put a sovereign to the sword to seize power. Such an act would be met with scorn and judged as murder. Taking power or wealth by force is seen as the most shameful of transgressions. Couldn't be further from reality, could it? We've a kingslayer on the brink of seizing the throne right now. And this idea of competing for public support. Here it sounds so commonplace, but the idea's thrown us all into chaos. Interesting. Perhaps I'm overthinking, but it sounds almost like the aim of the king's magic. You suppose there's some common inspiration? Still, I don't imagine this would turn out well in the real world. In public opinion, tribal perspective always divides us. Besides,
it's a metaphor.
Does a decision made by the people guarantee it's right? Tribal squabbles aren't always political. Take us Clamars, for example. It can be hard for us to see outside the bubble of our own worldview. We're the majority, and the tribe of the royal bloodline besides. That privilege can make us...
Stroll talking about his white privilege.
A problem with no easy solution, I fear. Lofty words. I can hardly come to terms with my own ideals. Still, the discussions helped clear my head a little. Thank you. I've been so fixated on killing Luis, but maybe we could look into whether that's really the only way to lift the curse. Sleep should come easier now. I think I'll give it another chance. Wait, how long have you been asleep?
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Wonder where they'll rank this one on the woke scale.
Ladies and gents, have you heard the news? The curtain's about to rise on the show of a lifetime. To choose our new ruler, we're going to give all of you a chance to take center stage in a show of power for the whole kingdom. And we call it the Tournament for the Throne! Our aspirants will set out on a grand tour of the 3 allied nations' capitals, taking part in a variety of exciting trials. First, we have the Exhibition of the Brave. Slay a monster plaguing our fair people and bring its head to Oceania's capital in time. Biggest find takes the win. Official word is, this event's open to all. So what do you think, ladies and gents? Are you in it to watch, or in it to win?
So is this how it's gonna go?
Why call us so early in the morning? What is that journal?
I had Fabienne bring it up. Something occurred to me, so I asked her to go through Grius' personal effects.
Hey, looks like he was investigating the curse too.
There's a note here. Given the spell's complexity, it must have required a scribed formula.
You mean to suggest Luis possesses a written composition of the curse somewhere? And if we can find that...
Yes! I'd wager, even if we can't kill Luis, we might still have a shot at breaking the curse.
But that attack took place years ago, didn't it? This curse's formula could be lost for good.
We have little choice but to hope it's not. I'm not saying it would be easy. And the real trick will be finding it. We wouldn't leave it unprotected.
That reminds me. A crier for the church was handing these out.
A flyer for the Tournament for the Throne. This popularity contest is state-sponsored now. An interesting gamble for those politicians. I like the bit about all this being in the interest of fairness, those weasels. But saying it's being organized by the state. The throne's empty. This smells like the theocracy at work. Probably Forden himself.
You think Forden's looking to fix the competition in his favor? He's been in first place this whole time.
Yeah, exactly, Gallica. The reason he's in first place all this time is because society itself has been fixed to favor him.
In the interest of fairness, remember? If he wins a fair race, he gets legitimized, and Luis gets put on the back foot.
That bodes ill. Those with existing support could easily solidify their claim. Even should His Highness wake, he may lose the throne.
If we don't hurry and find a way to get close to Luis, we're sunk. What are we supposed to do?
We need a plan. Then we can take action. As an Elda, I'm an outcast in this city. I think that gives us an advantage here. We enter the tournament, we get the people's attention, and we make Luis come to us. We do all three.
We'll make Luis come to us.
How would we accomplish that? We're but strangers to him, and he gains nothing from it.
Let's enter this tournament for the throne.
Huh? Hey, were you even listening to us? Besides, the prince isn't exactly in a position to take part in...
Wait! It sounds crazy, but I think he might be onto something there. This could be just the excuse we need to get close to Luis. He doesn't care about your tribe so long as you prove capable, yes? That's what Zorba was saying. Which means, even though the world looks down on you as an elder, having the power to kill humans puts you in his good graces.
You're going to make him a candidate for the throne?
If all we need to do is get Luis's attention, then that's sure to get the job done. If we're lucky, he might even try to recruit us.
I see. An undercover operation, is it? Quite a gambit. But it may well be our best
recruited
chance
by
at
the
finding
villain so that we can get close enough to steal from
Just
him.
hold on a second. Getting Luis's attention is all well and good. But remember who's actually risking their life here.
Infiltrating Luis's ranks will be dangerous. If I'm found out, I'll be as good as dead. Well, we're already a spy.
What do you think? Having heard all this, do you want to enter the running?
Of course I do.
No hesitation at all.
Right.
I'm reminded of the words the prince spoke to me in our youth.
In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. No matter who someone is, they deserve a fair country. If it's to help achieve that, I will stand for the prince as a candidate for the throne.
Sheesh. So much for being a guide. Now you're the one leading me around.
Your resolve has marked you a fine fit for the role. I have trusted you with my life before, and would gladly do so again.
Inherited Grius's journal.
Good heavens. Haven't you put yourself in enough danger? Listen to me. I don't want you going down the same path he did. Are you really this set on running off again?
Yep.
Yes. I've got a job to do.
Oh, familiar words. I'll be cheering for you in this mess of a competition. Truth be told, I wish I could do more than feed and shelter you.
What's
That
the
is more than
competition?
enough.
It's a big, grand race to see who will be the next king. The whole country will be watching.
So you're going to try and become king? Wow! Then I'll cheer for you as loud as I can.
You have your first advocate, it seems.
Suppose you'll have to actually try for the throne now, eh? Your Majesty.
That was the plan from the start.
That's the spirit.
Well, if we want Luis to notice you, we'll have to make quite a stir among the people. Maybe reaching for the throne will do it.
Does that mean you're not coming back?
No, we'll be back. Although we might be a while.
I don't like when it gets lonely.
Maria.
But I'll be cheering for you. I hope you win the race. You be a good king.
Thank you for your support.
Yeah.
Now, we'd best get registration out of the way, but we'll need some legs for the journey. It's mostly lawless wastes between cities.
Judging by this specified deadline, we're unlikely to reach the Principality of Oceana's capital in time on foot.
I bet all these fancy nobles have their own gauntlet runners to ride in.
A carriage might save our chances, if we could find one. Perhaps we split up for now. I'll leave you two to the registration. They should be taking entrance at the recruitment center.
This should be the place, right?
Excuse us, we're looking to join the tournament for the throne.
Hey? Bit young, ain't ya? And who's the kid? He
I
with
was
you?
just thinking maybe Brigitte could help us.
I'm asking the questions here.
Did I just hear you right, mate?
Don't make him mad.
Well, I'd not have thought it, but you're an elder, ain't ya? And you want to be king. Well, the novelty of it might win you some looks.
Could you just do your job, please? Can he register or not?
Ah, an elder. Now that I think of it...
Oh shit, it's
weren't
this
you
guy.
in that pack of recruits that went off to the northern fort? Thought I heard they were all wiped out. What? We got a deserter turning up?
No, they said he'd just dragged the company down, so they left him at the capital. He, got on the captain's bad side.
Could swear I've seen you before, too. Well, hardly matters with no captain to verify it with. Go on, then. You can represent the lesser tribes so nobody complains. And, obviously, you're gonna need a carriage. Otherwise, the whole thing's off for you.
Oh, thanks. They're giving us a car.
You're obligated to attend the opening ceremony tomorrow. It'll be at the plaza at the Grand Cathedral. Don't be late.
We'll have to hope Hulkenberg can find us a carriage.
As for us, I expect we should see about finding a monster to slay.
Carriage, but we know
If it's not impressive enough, Luis won't look twice at you.
Some postings over there. They should be offering bounties on monsters the guard can't handle. Let's take a look.
Maybe we should get in touch with Katharina, see if she can point us towards something.
Looks like everyone else had the same idea.
One of these bounties is bound to make me stand out. But which? Bigger is probably better.
Hang on! There's nothing but small-time contracts here!
Are you not here for this tournament, then? Bit slow, I'm afraid. Most of my worthiest monster bills have already been snapped up by other competitors.
How about requests on anything aside from monsters? Bounties include criminals too, right?
I suppose I've got one of those, yeah.
Let's see. Ugh, he's horrible. Heisme. A villainous kidnapper. Looks like the army's been trying to catch him for a while now.
This might just be perfect.
Whoa!
Who's this fucking guy?
Idea who that is?
I swear I've seen this fucking character in FF14. Who's fucking Elysian Dark Knight is this?
That man's an elite. An ex-royal knight, they say. He'd make short work of a scrawny little urchin. You can be sure of that. Besides, didn't you hear what it is they're actually looking for?
Oh, of course. It's about whoever can bring in the biggest monster head, right?
If you imbeciles can't even get that straight, you've no chance at winning. They want kingly types, not children play acting.
Well then, you have no shot.
Stuck up little... Is that the kind of competition we can expect?
He was right about the rules, though. What are you thinking?
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
We're supposed to get a monster's head. So why are you going for a criminal? Any idea what he's up to?
Maybe it's because we don't actually have to win?
Sharp as always, Captain. Don't worry, I'll explain everything later.
You have a good night, Gator. Thanks for tuning in.
As long as you can convince Hulkenberg, I guess.
Ho there! Are you really taking the bounty on Heisme?
Who's this guy?
You three must be heaven sent. Please, would you listen to our plight? Your pardon, gentlemen. I'm Barden, a guard captain from Atira, a town to the south. The bounty on Heisme is up at my behest.
A guard captain? This fellow's made some powerful enemies.
We can't afford lenience. On top of his past crimes, Heisme has stooped to abducting our wee ones. Our children. Selling them off, some
that
say.
don't sound good.
If our city becomes known for nightly disappearances, what sane resident would stay? Community and trade will dwindle and die.
But he's just a lone kidnapper, right? Even if he's some infamous criminal, why can't the guard handle it?
That's the trouble. He makes his hideout somewhere too dangerous for our soldiers to tread. Deep in the territory of vicious giant worms. We've no idea how he manages to operate out there without getting devoured himself.
I see. Tricky problem indeed.
I'd no choice but to swallow my pride and post a bounty. Yet no matter how many times I renew the bill, none have taken it. A pitiful sight, isn't it? A soldier who can't protect his home, whether by strength or by surrender. Laugh if you must.
We just want to help you.
You only cast away your honor in the name of protection. Nothing pitiful in that. Swallow your pride no more, man. We'll take your contract.
Thanks to you. That you'd accept such a perilous request, even with this tournament looming over everything. Closure. Thank you all, and thank God for bringing you to me.
I wonder if there's something symbolic in the prayer of the church being to cover your eyes and look away.
In that case, we shall meet in Matira, the old castle town. Please, make haste.
Especially with the palms turned out like you're trying to protect yourself from something. Like, oh, I'm holding my arms up, palms outward as if I'm trying to block something from reaching me, and then I'm hunkering down.
Well, no backing out of this now. You sure this is what we want?
Way I see it, if we want to make a big impact this late, it's going to take some creativity. Besides, this is apparently a knight-turned-kidnapper. The man can't be allowed to go on. What would His Royal Highness do in our place?
I guess that's fair.
I'll convince Hulkenberg. Somehow. You go on and accept the contract.
Look at that.
Huh.
Oi, oi! No, thank you.
Oh yeah, this is the old guy.
Hey!
Let's focus.
Alright. 100 grand. Find and bring in Heisme, a notorious criminal tied to a series of kidnappings in Martira. Despite his bounty, he has evaded capture. His true identity remains a mystery.
Let's call it.
No registration issues, I trust?
No, indeed. And we found ourselves a perfect target.
Fine work.
Stroll.
See? She's convinced. Nothing to worry about. Don't worry about it. I'll prepare a map of the surrounding areas as well. But never mind that. Have you found us a kingly carriage?
Well, I have made some arrangements. How best to put it? The vessel itself is without peer. Supposedly, it will come to us on the day of the opening ceremony.
You don't sound too sure about that.
Oh, no, I'm certain. All I mean to say is, well, you shall soon see for yourself.
Well, under the
I
circumstances,
like that both
I'll take what we can
Stroll
get.
and
setting that
Hulkenberg
up in a
are like
day.
kind of
Not so
bullshitting
bad
their way
having a
through
knight
this.
on our side.
You needn't speak so. In truth, I've just resigned from the Knight's Order. Though 'tis only my bond of service I relinquish, not my title. We will shortly be seeking Luis's esteem. Should it come to light that I am a knight in active service, it may jeopardize our efforts.
Still, you didn't hesitate to leave. I can tell you're serious about this.
'Twas not an abrupt parting. I've come to doubt the Order since returning to find them serving the Santifex and not the Royals. Those who refused the Church's rule were cast out for their defiance. I only hope those fallen knights found useful employ elsewhere.
Sounds like you've been through a lot too.
Well, in any case, we can focus on our bounty contract now. Let's make sure we get some proper rest tonight.
Opening ceremony.
Let's rest.
First. Oh. Hey.
Fancy a bit of him?
No, doesn't have anything on Martira about what we can look forward to. Actually, before I go, Hulkenberg.
Now then.
Hey! Yeah.
Oh, wait, do I,
All right then.
Wait. Okay, no, it doesn't have, any opportunities to do things, so I do just need to go to bed.
Good night.
Can I come in?
Of course! How are you feeling? You like to read
Want to read some more?
Not today. You're all leaving tomorrow, right? I'll be cheering for you. So I just... Oh no. I promised Miss Fabian I wouldn't cry.
It's all right. I won't tell her.
Papa was trying to stop a bad man, you said. And that's what you're all doing too, isn't it? Please come back home safe. I'll be waiting here as long as it takes.
It's a promise.
All right. Promise? The next time I see you again. Can you tell me more about the outside world?
This one's important.
Maria is waiting for us to come home and tell her tales of the strange and distant places.
I never got a chance to say this to Papa. So, thank you. I'll go to bed now.
Captain, may I have a moment?
Good night.
I wasn't ready for
I was hoping for a
casual
chance to
outfit
speak
with the
before we set
rose
out.
choker. Oh goddamn. Wow.
Since our meeting, I've done nothing but impose on you. Now you risk your very life for this cause. 'Tis no easy burden. It pains me to see. When I think of how this may yet save His Highness, I lose sight of all else. Such disregard ill becomes me.
You truly are devoted to him, aren't you?
I suppose I am at that. A guiding oath of 12 years is not easily cast aside. But that book, we met once before, on a carriage bound for the capital. Do you recall?
Now that you mention it, I do.
My apologies. I thought only to minimize casualties, one way or another. So, 'tis a novel envisioning an ideal world. Curious to see a
Hulkenberg's
utopian
turn
novel
to
these
read.
days. I'd thought them long since banned. You needn't worry. I've no intention of taking it from you. I've sometimes wondered why such books were forbidden. Rumors say the Sanctists objected to their contents. Yet I
wonder why the
could a
Catholic
simple book have
Church
possibly stunned
would
them so?
object to a book
Do you
about,
mind if I read a passage or two?
a utopic society where people can make their own choices and things are not determined by by the circumstances of their birth. I wonder why the Catholic Church would not like that.
So it is a fiction written as if a personal account. This chapter seems to concern the system by which the nation's leader is decided. In this country, one cannot become even a statesman, much less sovereign, without the consent of the people. Those who aspire to statecraft must first solemnly swear before the people what they will do in service of their country.
What would the Catholic Church not like? The Catholic Church would not like a book depicting a utopic society in which everyone is free to make their own decisions and nothing is determined by the circumstances of your birth, and only those that are accepted and chosen by popular decision can have authority. Meanwhile, the church in this setting straight up says, like, race factors into whether God loves you or not. Like, straight up, the Elda are discriminated against because the church says they're cursed, and God doesn't like them.
Should they earn title but break their word, they are denounced and stripped of power. Such is the authority of the people.
Yeah, the church would definitely not like being held accountable if they ever got caught lying.
In this way, it is the people who are the land's true king. Quite the opposite of our own country. Now I see why our upper echelons would abolish such texts. Had our lands embraced such accountability, perhaps His Royal Highness would not have suffered such a fate. No. As a knight, 'tis not my place to say. I must clear my head of these fantasies. In the end, clinging to a dream will do me no good. Oh, I suppose 'tis not so bad to dream now and then. It takes power to walk the path of our dearest hopes. Perhaps that is the purpose of this newfound strength. My dearest dream. 'Tis to save His Highness, even at the cost of my life. Nothing more.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king
Alright, so
draws nearer.
what bullshit has Hulkenberg pulled together that's gonna be our transport? Who? Who is this?
Judah!
Lady Judah!
Faraway sky, blue and clear. Echo my wish, so that all may hear. One and all born to this land, as here we stand.
Mouse!
Let us greet the rising dawn, hand in hand. Faraway sky. Faraway sky so clear. Let my wish echo. Far beyond the
What tribe is this lady from? I don't see any horns, I don't see any ears, no third eye. No markings. With the eyes? Does she have, is it like, there's a slight point to her ears, and she's got some really weird looking eyes. Anyway, Catholic Church hired an idol singer, I guess.
Even I'm feeling the heat. Well, I suppose it's time to fan the flames. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all to the inauguration of the Tournament for the Throne! For the first time, the crown is anyone's to claim, as long as the aspirants can complete 3 grueling challenges.
Wow! A Sanctus Crier! He's perfect for this!
Let's discuss the venue.
Church
We kick off in the west,
Loudmouth.
in the Pearl of the Coast, the Principality of Oceania's harbour city capital, Port Brilehaven. There, they face their first challenge, the Exhibition of the Brave. Each contender must bring back the head of a monster, a mark of their prowess and courage. Next, our would-be monarchs head east. Upon the misty peaks, we arrive in the Principality of Montario's beautiful city of faith, Altaberry Heights. And finally, our heroes make their well-deserved return home to Grand Trad. But first, let's do introductions. It's time to meet those risking their lives for the crown. Closest to the throne, I know him, you know him. It's Sanctism's one and only 78 Sanctifex, His Eminence, Forden!
Wrestling promo for the
Victory to
Pope.
Sanctifex Forden!
And of course, the Pope ain't gonna do shit. The
I
church
claim no great
and
ambition,
and the knights serving
nor
it are
any
gonna do
heated
all the
calls
work.
to action. All
to
I
cure
wish
a monster
is
for
to
this guy
restore
to show
order
off.
for our people and to safeguard our land from the threats beyond. This chaos we face is but one of God's many trials. Let us restore our kingdom's glory together!
Together!
Moving right along, we come next to His Eminence's champion, the very spear in his hand, the warrior monk captain of the Crown Theocracy, Master Giddo!
I come before you only in loyal service of His Eminence. I relinquish the throne to him gladly.
Oh, Hi! I am the
But those
leader
who
of the
would seize the
church's
crown by
army.
force,
I am
I will
also
teach you to fear
entering
God
because if I
and to
win,
fear
the
me.
Pope will win.
So much for this being a fair competition. How many horses do the Sanctus have in this race? Still, it's not over by far. The Luis supporters won't take this lying down.
What cowardice, crier! Where's Count Louise?
Well, I mean, if Luis doesn't show up for the ceremony.
Right, all right, settle down. At this time, I can report that Count Luis has not applied to enter the tournament.
Oh.
What? He's not even entering?
Then what becomes of us? Our entire purpose in this race was to get closer to him.
Don't worry. He's definitely paying attention. He's only in second as it is, so we can't afford to ignore this whole production. Sit tight. I'm sure he'll make a move soon.
All right, all right. For those Count Luis supporters, you might want to meet our next entrant. A rising socialite, a man of ambition, godless and fearless, the brash young warrior serving Count Luis, Gladel, the Black Hound.
No one likes him.
So he was one of Luis's men.
The fallen king embraced Sanctism and all its holy tenets, and for what? He was nothing before Lord Luis. Look to the sky all you wish. No god can save you! What our country needs is power!
Well, it's not quite all the contenders, but let's get on with the introductions. The great liberal merchant, it's Roger Ward. By war,
Roger?
by conquest, by right, it's Rudolph Kraus. In it more for the gauntlet runners than the throne, it's Lena Caden. Sure to be popular by pledging free drinks for life, it's Loveless O'Shea. Uplifting the beautiful and deposing the hideous, it's Milo Maurizio.
Wow. If we lose this, I think the country has some even bigger problems.
We got all the
Now,
freaks
I do
showing
believe
up.
we have one final candidate. Do we have an Elden boy present? Come on, let's see a face.
What? An elder? Disgraceful. Is this the only way you could think to distinguish yourself?
By the way, the ride you applied with still hasn't arrived. And if it doesn't show up by the time the noon bell rings, you're disqualified. All right?
Hey! What's going on?
That nitwit! What is he doing?
So, contestants, are you ready?
What? Last, I say! Wait! Found your behave!
A land
Uh-oh.
It's quick!
Wait, it's headed right for the... It'll crash!
Whoa!
What the heck is that?
Wonderful. So much for a first impression.
What ho? Isn't he a marvel, chums?
You don't! You nearly brought down the cathedral! Have a care, you fool. 'Twas bad enough when Luis did it the first time. Feckless, shameless old fool.
Not bad, kid. Guess you've got some interesting tricks up your sleeve after all.
Right! I'd call that a full roster. Ladies and gentlemen, race across the land. Go! Prove yourself worthy and earn your crown. For the people, for the throne. Let the games begin!
We must take to the road.
Come on, come on! So fast!
Did we make sure everyone's on board? Okay, there's Stroll. I was worried we forgot him. Yay, popularity up! I ended up starting out more than I expected. I've gained a lot of interest, but I only consider this a part of my mission to aid the prince.
Just a sec.
What's with this thing? Is this our carriage?
Can you hear me?
Did I just run her along the main road then? You don't seem to be doing as much. Take that as a compliment, little lady. Now let's have some coordinates for the test run.
Let's see.
We want to go to a place called Martira, Old Castle Town. Oh ho. What's that place off to the right? What be this, I do wonder?
Let us hurry.
This...
Wow!
Down to Martira, eh? On this craft's legs, oh, I say that'll be about 4 days and 3 nights.
Oh.
4 days and 3 nights. That's a great deal faster than a carriage. Surely the roads will be safer at that kind of speed.
Spectacular!
Valley good! Now cinch those britches, chaps! Full steam ahead! To Martira, Old Castle Town! Are we gonna...
This is amazing! I don't know a thing about gauntlet runners, but even I can tell this is a hell of a craft. I can hardly believe she's ours to drive.
You're telling me, lad? Feels like ages since I've been out on the open road. This girl's been waiting long enough for her time to shine.
So this is what you use to talk with the driver? Convenient, that. Look, old fellow, are you really on our side? You realize we don't have funds to pay you.
Money? Ha! I'm not in this for the money, boy. What I want is a little gusto. What do you think, lad? Isn't this a rush?
It is at that. Like riding the wind.
That's the ticket. It's been so long since I've had a good chinwag.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing.
You've a good head on your shoulders, boy. Yes, I can tell you're a
This
sharp
guy is how I get the gunner archetype.
Where to, ladies? The world is our shellfish.
You certainly are a different person behind the wheel.
Hey, Hulkenberg! Can we get an explanation yet?
That man is Neurus. An Ishkia, if 'twas not obvious from the wings. And despite...
This dude looks like a One Piece
He was heir
character.
to a noble house and personal machinist for the royal family.
Like, this dude walked straight out of One Piece.
What?
He's a master engineer, of course, positively peerless. But as you can see, the runners get him a bit... excitable.
Meanwhile... Oh, this is a flashback.
Neurus? Are you there? I'm coming in. Even amidst all this commotion in town, I find you buried in your work.
Too much to do.
As always. To business, then. I must ask a favor. Would you be able to ready a carriage for me?
No new commissions. No time for them. Ask another right.
It is not a new one I require. Before His Highness disappeared, did you not accept a contract to build him a custom carriage? Without a formal owner, I reasoned that it must now lie unused. I was hoping I might borrow it a short while.
But, pish and tosh, woman. She is for royal use and naught else.
'Tis an unreasonable request, I know. But I'd not be asking without a grave need. Might I at least see it?
I mean, well,
'Twas specially made for His Highness, yes? Not a work you'd have sold off. Where lies it now?
I've deadlines to meet, dash it. Off with you now. Leave me be.
You've been acting stranger than usual. What ails you? Good God. Is this a gauntlet runner? The very craft commissioned for His Highness the Prince? Even knowing His Highness was gone, still you toiled away. Oh, Nuras, you are an inspiration. Such nobility of purpose.
Yes. Right.
However, for a craft meant for the royal family, it is rather excessive, isn't it? Did you really build this vehicle exactly to their orders? You cannot mean...
Well, at first, certainly. I followed the blueprints exactly. But then His Highness died, and... well, I couldn't just let the old girl waste away. A masterpiece like her? Collecting dust in storage? No! Unacceptable! Unthinkable! I'm working toward a dream. And this poor old girl is going to help me see it through. And then, finally...
You imbecile! A lowly, brazen court engineer butchering His Highness's inheritance for a hobby! For this mania! You embezzled the royal treasury and disrespected his legacy! Treason!
Mercy, please! Look, take my head if you must, milady. But leave the Balliol runner alone.
Look, this runner... It is fully operational now, is it?
Wait, so this guy got commissioned to make a carriage for the prince, and has just been stealing from the royal treasury to soup it up into his ideal, like, fucking sports car.
Then I suggest you cooperate, for both our sakes. Finish your tinkering by tomorrow and bring it to the
I
Grand
love
Cathedral
that our retinue
as soon as you
has
can.
this. There's us, who is a spy, and now aspiring assassin. That's the main character. Then we've got disgraced noble Stroll, failed knight Hulkenberg, and now our Cid. Our Cid is a weirdo that has been embezzling from the government. This party fucking rocks.
Hey? What's all this now? You play the proud soldier at me, and then...
You get asked for a metal slug and then turn it into a Metal Gear for your own hobbies. Yeah.
Tis no scheme. I would use it for His Highness's sake.
Hold on, I have to check something. I have to watch that later.
For His Highness, eh? Hold a tick. Haven't you been looking for him? Wandering across God knows where, last I heard. So if you're back now and now you want a gauntlet runner for His Highness? Is His Highness still alive? That's it! I've got you, haven't I?
'Twas His Highness who gave you refuge while you were only a heretical scholar condemned by the Sanctists.
And he's a heretic of the church?
Time has come to
This just
repay
keeps
his
getting
mercy.
better.
Understood.
Is that enough? Can this old duck really handle an undercover operation?
I know what you're thinking, but 'tis at least true that he feels an undying debt of gratitude to the royal family.
Pish and tosh, boy. A little faith. Not to brag, but this old duck's craft might be the fastest gauntlet runner in the kingdom. Why, probably the world.
I think. Maybe.
How encouraging.
All I want is to push this runner as far and as fast as she can go. Show her off to the world. And you Well, I presume you'd rather work together than have to walk, eh?
I don't know about this, but I guess we'll just have to trust him. What do you think?
I think we can count on him.
If you're sure, I suppose. We'll deal with it if we have to.
Either way, he knows the prince is alive, so we can't just leave him to his own devices. We're all in the same boat. Or runner, I guess.
You lot can handle the fighting, and I'll handle all the driving and grease work. Just make sure you've got a proper plan for all this mess now.
This guy's got no filter. But he has a point. We do need to talk strategy.
So, summing up. Our first trial is to slay a monster. We take its head as proof, then get it to the goal line before the deadline. The bigger the head, the better. Our destination is Port Brylehaven, the capital of the Western Principality of Oceania. It'd be a trek on foot, but this gauntlet runner should make it a snap.
So getting the bounty's head is our next move. And our target is a nefarious criminal who's been kidnapping and selling off children. Right?
A criminal? Did the task not specify a monster's head?
Don't worry, all part of the plan. We don't need to win this thing. We just need to get Luis's attention. Everyone's going to show up with monster heads, and we shake things up with a felon. A knight-turned-kidnapper at that. Shows them we're there for justice.
But to deliberately violate the rules, we risk being disqualified entirely. Then again, 'tis just as likely to win the people's attention and thereby Luis's. I do understand the intent. What do you think of this plan?
I trust all of you completely.
Good enough for me. A captain's got to trust his crew, after all. The bounty's Heisme, an ex-knight. I realize that's a little close to home, Hulkenberg, so if you'd rather hang back...
No. His title is precisely why I cannot let his atrocities stand. And yet... 'tis strange indeed that we are hunting a mere man when the trial demands a monster. Then again, our true aim is beyond the ambitions of any other aspirant. Our fate rests in this plan of yours, Stroll.
Thank you. I'll try to ensure your trust isn't misplaced.
Righto. Then our course is set. Feel free to use anything in the gauntlet runner. Even got a bathing room if you could use a wash.
Good to know. We can always look around more thoroughly later.
Yes. You needn't tire yourself out before we arrive.
Well, I'm a tinkerer and not much else. All my fighting happens in the old workshop. But I'll take you wherever you're going for your sake and mine. After all, the wilds out there are no berry picnic. Oh no. It's a den of wild beasts and savage scoundrels. And we'll not get past it without days on the road together.
He sounds like Patches.
So, if you need anything besides a steady hand on the wheel, give me a hoot. Bound to find me in the cockpit or the engine room.
He's certainly an eccentric, but
Yep,
he doesn't
so
seem like
just
a bad person.
Bit of
We'll
that
get used to
last
him.
line that's like,
I suppose.
if he just put a little more slime on it, that would have been Patches. The Gauntlet Runner has various areas for different activities, such as the strategy room, the lounge, and the kitchen. You can also visit Academia by finding more and interacting. Let's visit the engine room.
Oh, yeah?
Also, it was asked earlier if we know who wrote the Utopia book, and we do. It's written by Moore. Oh wow, these seats are terrible.
Let's see.
It's a campground.
Let's see.
There's the cockpit. If I can find, Oops.
Got it.
Pair of wheels here. Ah, here we go. Down to the engine. Ah, here he is. Hey, Moore.
Now, where was I?
This is Moore.
Welcome.
This is the guy that wrote the Utopia book. He is also, he is the Velvet Room guy in this game. From what we've learned, he wrote the Utopia, so he is very clearly based on real-life author Thomas More, who wrote the book Utopia, which is the origin of the word Utopia. Which is an account by a citizen of the Utopia named Hythlodaeus, describing the perfect society he lives in. No, not Alan Moore, Thomas More. And for his writing, his books were deemed heretical and banned. He himself was sealed away in this room that that appears to exist outside reality, and he has lost most of his memories. All he knows is that the archetype power that we have woken up to is somehow the key to his vision of a perfect world. And so he's helping us.
Oh. You'll come again, won't you?
That does laundry. I don't like that the engine is a heart. Wonder what makes this thing run. First time on a runner, eh? This is called a runner phone. There's one in every room.
Spectacular.
Now, I heard you speculating on the old girl's inner workings. Gauntlet runners use magma crystals as fuel to run. Used to be you'd take your life in your own hands when traveling the wilds, and thanks to the kingdom's greatest minds, the Gauntlet Runner was born. The runner's actual legs are based on a colossal beast's, made for zero momentum loss, even on rough terrain. Among other things, I've modified this craft with a bit more zip and speed. Another step closer to my dream. What dream? Long story, my girl. Best told to a captive audience with no plans for the next few days and nights. Never mind then. Anyway, still plenty about the old girl that's a work in progress. By the time I'm done, she'll have some new tricks. You just watch. Be sunset before long, so start thinking about bedding down for the night. Can't run in the dark, and the old girl needs her rest as much as we do. Right, Gauntlet Runner activity. You will continue toward your destination while spending time on the Gauntlet Runner. Use its facilities to get items, raise your abilities, or do other things you wouldn't be able to do in town. You can use the kitchen, books at the bookshelf, or use the washing machine. More activities will become available over time. You can also spend time with your allies while traveling, which may help to improve your virtues. At the end of the day, the choice is yours. Massive magic igniter. Enormous compared to those used by the army. If I recall correctly, magma crystals.
Come on!
This weird tool is actually a cleaning igniter that in Europe modified to create wind that collects dust. Neat. I know it's hard, but all the lifting and bending over is sure to strengthen your legs, huh? If I use this to clean, my max health will increase. Sweep up to improve max health. The runner's cooking. Use the cooking table to whip up food for you and your allies. Cooking prepared meals can grant various positive effects. You'll need ingredients. Buy them, win them, or find them. Experience as much as possible. After you've made every dish at least once, you may learn how to create the ultimate culinary masterpiece. Oh, and there's some ingredients. Handwriting staff for notes about new potential recipes. Hey! There's some rock beans and gauntlet shrimp. They grow here, I could use them for cooking.
Oh.
Alright.
Sorry.
Oh, he's car sick!
Speaking of...
Bookshelf lined with books. Pride and Persuasion. New World Travel Diary. Later. What a cool ship. Woo! Look at that. Damn, that thing do be schmovin'. What shall I do? Let's try cooking. Critical meatballs. Red grass roasted beef. Spicy dish that restores HP and cures burn. Stir-fry dish of brand name coney raised on venom-neutralizing plant. Restores health and cures poison for all allies. A meaty dumpling so bitter it rouses your sixth sense. Crit rate for all allies. Let's try some critical meatballs.
That...
Only Hulkenberg knows how to cook that. Oh, no caller.
Hail!
I have considered this topic for quite a while. Is it not true that meat tastes better when consumed by the mouthful, rather than via tiny, light little bites? My preferred method, as you can luxuriate in its full texture whilst increasing one's jaw strength. The logic behind cutting meat into small pieces eludes me. I prefer only the most restrained application of seasoning as well. It is best to let the ingredients' natural flavors thrive. Oh, she's terrible. If animals must forfeit their lives to sate our hunger, then the least we can do is honor them to honor them is to taste the full glory of their sacrifice. She knows nothing about cooking. This is probably because she has rarely ever had to make food for herself. I started preparing food with Hulkenberg, making sure to follow her minimalist methods with the ingredients. Chose prime ingredients on this day. I dare say this meal will be quite exquisite when it is complete.
Good.
Pleasing aroma, is it not? That indescribable acridity belies the dish's depths. It's so novel and unique. I've never tasted anything like this, and I may never again.
All right.
The critical meatballs are complete. An enchanting aroma, is it not? Hulkenberg and I cleaned up the kitchen. Time really flew.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at the desert camp as the scorching sun sinks below the horizon, and the curtain of night falls over the land. Protected within the stalwart hull of the Gauntlet Runner, the party gains a short, peaceful respite.
Hello, land. Welcome, welcome. We have gotten the ship. We have acquired the Gauntlet Runner, and we have met Neurus. Tonight, the vast wilderness outside town is ensconced in darkness. Forcing your way through the unmarked terrain is dangerous, even with a stalwart runner. Establish camp somewhere safe. You can travel in the morning. While at camp, you can use any of the facilities on the Gauntlet Runner like usual, but you can also reminisce about the journey with your allies.
Your thoughts?
Oh, he wants to build an airship, doesn't he? Alright, so I can hang out with Stroll to improve my imagination.
Alright then.
Or I could go and hang out with Hulkenberg to improve imagination. But, okay, so I know Stroll is already ready for the next level of Bond, so I'll hang out with Hulkenberg. See if I can gain more trust with her, so that I can advance her bond.
Well met.
Don't suppose you're as overburdened with free time as I am. Certainly no stranger to traveling, but I've no idea how to spend idle hours. The idea appeals, might we talk a bit? By recalling and past and planning for the future with Hulkenberg, maybe I can hone my imagination. Yeah! Hang out with Hulkenberg! How we've awoken to all sorts of questions, but what I really find curious are these forms we take on. Because their unique aspects. One bit they all have in common is their armor-like appearance. What do you make of that? It's cool!
Certainly.
I see.
I do find the austerity of the designs intriguing, but I was not speaking on how they look, per se. What's with the evil cube on the map? Like, what's with the cube down there? Scary cube. We don't have to worry about Pinhead, do we? My opinion, the armor encloses the raging forces within us, allowing us to direct that power as one directs a horse by its rein. Then people lose their magic because they refuse to confront their fear and anxieties, forever unaware of that power lurking within. That's not the very condition to awaken our slumbering power. Also, hence why it is so exhausting and why it cannot be maintained for long. The ravenous appetite I had afterwards is proof. Well, to practice diligence maintaining our food reserves. Hulkenberg and I talk about things to come. My imagination has increased.
Alright.
Big imagination up! Slowly but surely, I'm raising that imagination. Soon I will no longer be vapid and stupid. Getting quite late. Ways to go yet, so I would very much like to continue chatting.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Good morning. The travel time aspect of this is so So interesting. Top of the morning, passengers. I trust the sleeping quarters more than exceeded your expectations.
True.
Soon you'll have an appreciation for the wonders of the world and the knowledge to build it into new things. Yeah! Considering how tiny they are, I've got a question of my own. Isn't the desert sand going to do a number on the runner? My boy, remember who maintains this rugged girl. Nary a grain of sand could fit between her seams, I assure you. Regardless, we'll be leaving these arid dunes behind.
I knew it!
Wow, runners really are neat. Carriage would never be able to get through the desert this fast, but just keep an eye on the road, alright? Ooh, I can talk to Stroll to improve my courage. Talk to Stroll to improve courage, talk to Hulkenberg to improve wisdom. Courage has not been available, so I think courage is a good thing to aim for right now.
Now then. Got a moment?
I think I'm getting ahead of myself here, but after things settle down, I'd like to live without the sword. But you're so good with the sword! Gotta admit, living by the sword is pretty fucking cool, Stroll. I admire the idea of a world where monsters and senseless violence don't exist, where nothing is taken from you by others. Why, one day I want to restore my ruined hometown to its former glory. And not just mine, all the ruined hometowns. That's a lofty goal. There's a lot of ruined hometowns out there, Stroll.
Hey!
How about you? At my plan, let's hear yours. What will you do when the fight's over? Well, I've spent most of my time cooped up in the hidden village hanging with the prince.
So that means...
Oh, I see.
Go where the wind takes you, I take it. Sound nice.
Aye.
Got to get stronger. Even if the village gets rebuilt, it's all for naught if it's attacked by monsters again. Stroll! Stroll, you'll need your sword! He's got, oh, I want to live without the sword. But I need to get stronger so that I can pick the sword up again if I ever need it. Hold on. I missed that. I want to be strong enough to rid this country of monsters, not leave it a spineless army and its... Leave it to a spineless army and its incompetent generals. They only have the power to kill those who oppose them. No desire to protect their people, just like humans. We'll fight with shame.
Yeah.
Wow, Stroll is so into the main character. It is so easy to build trust with Stroll. State of our country's army, I'm all the more glad you're our captain. So are the monsters just murderous anomalies or actual components of the ecosystem? So it appears to be a little bit of both. Like, there are monsters that are just, like, animals. Like, you know, wolves, sandworms, giant birds, killer moths, that kind of thing. But the real threat are humans. Monsters that are called humans, which are just horrific abominations that walked out of a Hieronymus Bosch painting and are violent to everything living.
Hey.
I envy you sometimes, you know, to act with such conviction. How does one become so bold? I mean...
No.
Sometimes I hesitate. Suppose we all do, but you can't keep your head when you, unlike me. That's why you're the boss. All this to say, I have faith. More battles ahead, and I'm counting on you to get us through. In the end, the king will be determined by what the people think of justice. Free to make their choices, but Bo is the one being chosen. What'll happen? It'll end up being after
all right.
All this. Bullets shining like new. Let's finish up. Caring for my weapon has fortified my will to fight, as well as increased my courage. Big courage, go up! That was, oh yeah, that was the right call.
Courage.
One of the virtues a ruler must possess. Thou aspire to sovereignty, yeah, whatever. Gotta be brave. Spent some time with Stroll, honing our weapon. Gained a lot of Magla, because he likes me so
we could stop
much.
for a break.
Coming now into view is the Tree of Prophecy, a resplendent tapestry of color against the backdrop of the bleak desert. One theory
So
is that the
that's what that
tree's
mark on
roots
the map
gorge
was.
on the land's Magla, and still another is that it gorges on those enraptured by its colorful foliage, as though themselves snared by the bewitching Magla surrounding the tree. The Gauntlet Runner comes to a stop at its base.
Big scary tree!
Wow.
That's...
Just the leaves, it's as though the whole area has been painted red.
Certainly.
Ice calls to mind a picture I read as a child. Told of a great tree, located somewhere within the country. Colors shifted to foretell unusual events ahead. How exactly would a tree foretell the future? How does a plant grow this huge in the middle of a desert? Don't know if it explains it, but there is a fuck ton of magic around here. Your hypothesis is correct. That would make this no mere tree. Sir, but a magical organism that feeds off of Magla. As a matter of scientific research, I must document this discovery. No worries, Mordred Simp. You got your own things going on. I am bad at announcing when I'm starting. Nurse pulled a sheet of paper and a brush from his pocket and began to draw the landscape in front of him. How, Eurus? How did you get so good at drawing?
Yeah!
Ah, my boy, meticulous documentation is the foundation of all good research. There you have it. I'm finished yet. Take it as a keepsake. Wait, isn't it for your research?
But...
All the pertinent information I need has been etched into my very mind. I can make do without the sketch itself. Tree of Prophecy drawing. I received Nurse's research picture. The drawing is intricately detailed and could accurately convey the full majesty of this place to a viewer who has never been here. I need to show that to Maria.
Hey there!
Yeah, see, Gallica gets it. Why don't we give that to Maria? I bet she'd love to see something from our journey. Tell her a story about this place. This time we're in Grad Trod. Wait, Grad Trod? Isn't it supposed to be grand? Is that a typo, or... Next time we're in the city, we'll have to give this picture to Maria. Magical organism in the form of a tree. Hey, aren't fairies in the same classification? Precisely. Gallica is a most precious treasure as well. I've been observing her very closely, giving me great insight into my own research into flight.
Huh?
You've been observing me this whole time? I don't recall you asking. Knock it off!
However,
Turning our attention back to the tree, I've heard that hints itself blue to herald the arrival of favorable development. I wonder what manner of anomaly its current color portends. You take a brief detour, but I feel seeing that rare sight has broadened my wisdom.
All right.
Ooh, big wisdom go up. They make wisdom really easy to acquire. Probably specifically so that you can get Brigitte as early as possible.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives in a quiet clearing, concealed by boulders. As darkness reclaims the wilderness for itself, monsters run rampant in the wilds. To sleep here would be perilous, unless from within the safety
We've all been
of a
observing
Gauntlet
Gallica in
the party,
normal ways.
secure in
And
their
I've
Gauntlet
been
Runner,
normalest of
spends
all.
the night in peace, hidden from hungry gazes.
In Martyra, day after tomorrow.
Yep.
Oh, apparently you can eat these bugs, according to Hulkenberg. Try and catch one. Caught one of the bugs gathered by the campfire. My turn to cook. I should use it as an ingredient. Oh, Hulkenberg eats bugs.
Speaking of... Your thoughts? Fair point. So,
Search for the first star. Star moves west and night. Time and again, it helped me correct my path. Let's say, did not expect returning to life. I did not expect to return to a life on the road. It will be a long journey yet. Perhaps we'd better rest while we can. Oh, you missed the whole bit where we were cooking with her just now. We decided to make a dish in the kitchen. And Gallica was like, oh, you want to make that dish? Hulkenberg knows that recipe. I'll go get her. And as Hulkenberg is helping us cook, she's like, I think that cutting meat into small pieces is stupid. You need to take huge bites that fill your entire mouth so that you can exercise your jaw as you chew and get the most of the flavor. Also, you shouldn't use too much seasoning. You need to let the natural flavor of the ingredients speak for themselves. And now she also eats bugs. So, clearly, she is not the most, not the most talented of chefs. And I think that may be on account of he spent a lot of time, traveling on her lonesome, searching for the prince. And as a result, just ate whatever she could catch. Without much in ways of cooking it, nicely. Okay, so I could raise a stat of my choice by reading a book. I could raise my imagination by talking to Stroll. Or I could do some more cooking. Let's cook. Oh, nice. It makes a little check mark for food you've prepared. Let's make red grass roasted.
Let's check.
That's the dish Stroll wanted to make. I'll go get him.
Got it.
This woman's immune system had to keep its eye on the prize to keep her alive. Yes. Quality meat is delicious all on its own, but if prepare it with a little effort applied to the right places, it can taste even better. That goes something I've heard, anyway.
And then...
In other words, we can't just haphazardly toss things together. Proven combinations of ingredients will win the day. I began preparing food with Stroll.
Got it?
Heat control makes all the difference with meat. Ready? This is the moment we've been waiting for. Must strike the perfect balance between delicate and bold. Done, we're nearly to the finish line. Wouldn't be so exacting if this just my dinner, but when you cook for others, you've got to give them your best. It looks amazing! Even by sight alone, I know this will be delicious. Red grass roasted beedo. Aroma really whets the appetite. Roll and I clean up the kitchen.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Alright, last day of travel before we arrive. Cutscene!
Finally! We're out of the desert! Oh wow! I missed all this green!
Roll his car sick.
That'd be the change in terrain, lad.
See, got to let the suspensions get used to hard ground instead of soft sand.
Must be nice to fly everywhere.
Uh-oh.
What the? Did we just crash?
Of course not! That's
a cannonade.
Wait, you mean someone's shooting at us? Oh. For a developer that won't let you date dudes, they sure make dudes worth dating. And boy, does it feel like Stroll wants to date you.
Sanctism will reign! It's them. Remember, from the opening ceremony. I think one of them is Guido, Forden's confidant, and the other is Luis's man, Gladel.
Like, it is... I have noticed, Stroll gains so much trust so easily. Like, I'm pretty sure I have enough, like, trust built up with Stroll to advance his bond, like, to rank 4.
Prominent candidates. Shouldn't the king's magic petrify them for their aggression?
No, see where they're aiming. They're not shooting to kill, just to take out the opposing runner's legs.
Doesn't seem like they're trying to land a fatal shot. Just aiming to break the opposing side's gauntlet.
stuck out in the wilds with no working runner. Whether they survive or not, they're dashed well out of the race.
So 'tis a clash to halt each other's advance. Damned fools couldn't resist a show of force.
Look! Over by the legs. That crier is there too.
Bro! Acting as witness to the higher candidate's conflict. It seems Gladel cannot match Godot's firepower.
There's no trust mechanics like Persona. You can just hit the next rank when it unlocks. Oh, that is such a relief. The fact there was an invisible trust meter that you had to hit enough points for to progress social links was so fucking annoying. Because it meant that you had to pick the correct choices in conversations to get the most, like, bond up, the most trust up from each interaction. Our plan hinges on winning Luis's favor. Can we afford to abandon Gladel if he's one of Luis's supporters?
What's our plan? If we just hang back and watch, Godot's gonna win, and Forden gets a leg up on the competition.
Is this like a real choice?
How about we see how it plays out?
No, I think we should step in on Gladel's side. I know, I don't like it either, but if we want Luis's favor, this might be the strategic play we need.
Agreed. Let us ride to Gladel's aid.
Alright, I'm outvoted.
Say, hold on! You realize you're a no-name candidate, eh? If he wants to shut you out, he'll not have to aim for just our legs.
It's a runner, isn't it? If things get too dicey, we'll just run. Didn't you say we had the fastest craft around?
Fine. Suppose there's no room for caution if we want the world's eyes on us.
Okay then, it's settled. Let's make sure he owes us big.
There should be an external runner phone out there.
We're here to help! Withdraw, Gladel! Who goes there? Why do you stand for Luis's forces? Well, sorry, can't get into it now. That Cornland. You're that commoner candidate who destroyed the Grand Cathedral! Was that not enough? You would profane the sacred a second time!
He is a little handsome Squidwardy.
So be it. In God's name, be thou punished.
Godot and his monks have boarded the deck. Like he knows the magic won't shield us. He's aiming to kill us here and now.
You dare interfere in my fight! Know your place! Is it fame you seek? You thought by confronting me, you might lift your own names? Then you chose the wrong opponent.
I hate to interrupt, Old Egg, but it's a touch more complex than that.
We of the Crown Theocracy's monk army have silenced all who would oppose the eminence of God. Your petty ruses are beneath me. Now you shall know how powerless you truly are.
Remember, the king's magic means we cannot move to strike Godot himself.
Go for his followers first. We'll thin their numbers and turn the tide.
Go, my brethren! Put the fear of God into these impious commoners!
Don't forget about the petrification magic!
Alright, so I can't hit him. I have to take out the others.
Vitus power! Ice!
Prostrate yourself before
I call
God.
upon royal power within!
By the swamp. Knight! Strike me if you dare!
Godot puts on a cocky smile.
This is God!
Flesh wound.
What could you hope to achieve? Here they come.
He knows we can't attack him. He's toying with us.
Healer! No. Freeze!
You hit their weakness!
Witness me,
Thanks for
brethren!
Ice,
opening,
Arya.
Captain.
No holding back!
I'll cut you down!
By the sworn oath of knighthood, let justice prevail! Sever!
Gotta take this.
Close your
Cling
eyes.
to life.
It's too early to go
Let's
to
go.
his side.
Ice!
Impossible!
In the... Hack and slash!
To him, I return. What could you hope to achieve?
Captain, they've got your defenses down.
I defer to you.
Know your place.
Freeze!
You hit their weakness.
I can't afford to
That's
hold
your
back.
opening,
Are you
Captain.
prepared? I'll cut you down!
Is everyone all right?
They're weak to ice.
He
Let's stop them
resists
cold.
slash.
With blade in hand! Huh! Take this!
The power of healing. Come forth, royal soul! Ice!
Damn you!
Not done yet!
More resilient than I expected. I would lose nothing by conceding this fight. But the faithful are watching. For the sake of my dear brethren, I must hold nothing back. Now! Feel the righteous truth of sanctism engraved upon your flesh!
Does this mean he's getting serious?
Rise, my brother!
In there.
This is nothing.
Sanctism will reign!
Still
badly
stands.
Damn it!
Someone heal her.
To you!
Hulkenberg's
They
in
won't
bad
hold
shape.
back.
She needs help.
With healing power!
I'm obliged.
My thanks.
Captain!
In the name of...
No holding back! Be frozen!
You hit their weak
Witness me, brethren!
Right there! Worthy foes are all.
is down!
Let's go! Freeze!
Yeah, it's a good thing I happen to have
The
ice
faithful are
equipped for
broken
that.
before you, yet your desperate struggling is for naught. You cannot defy the inevitable. I am immune to all your wicked harms.
Oh, he gets to do whatever he wants, and we can't even get near him!
Bend the knee and yield to the divine truth of sanctism. Now, are you prepared for the end?
Ha! I think not, you rotter!
Sure. What have you done to my gauntlet runner?
We've nothing to lose. At the very least, I can thrash your old clunker until it's inoperable.
This is a waste of my time. So be it. You'll face your divine punishment soon enough.
Phew. Finally, he took the hint. Hey, get down here.
What if we don't wanna?
What are you playing at? You think I owe you now or something? I would have been fine without your meddling.
No, you wouldn't.
I guess you survived this time.
Don't you talk down to me. You want to see what I'm really capable of?
Why, Gladell, surely you can spare some manners for a crew that saved our lives?
Who is this?
Honestly,
that's Juna, right?
That got a bit ugly for
lady
my
that
liking.
was singing?
Well, well, well. Do my eyes deceive me? Juna the songstress in the flesh. What brings you all the way out here? A little tryst on the road, is it?
Nothing so saucy. I'm afraid this cad's just my chauffeur. Now please, darling, a little privacy, or I'll have to charge for an interview.
Fair enough, miss. Fair enough. Nothing you're not used to. Consider me chastened and shooed. Besides, I might have found another angle here that's just as promising.
You surprised me out there, love. You bested Godot. So you're not just a pretty face. You were more help than my useless driver, at least.
Look here. However talented and famed a songstress she may be, you must remember to contain yourselves.
Songstress? Wait, is she the same Nydia lady who sang at the opening ceremony?
But that's... Oh, blast it all, I can't take it anymore. I'd know those suspensions anywhere. You had Caden workshop on this, eh? Yes, those are quality parts and no mistake. Luis really shells out for his own.
By the crown, you can't be serious! She is Juna, the kingdom's greatest singer, the dulcet diva! Oh, this is preposterous! Surely I can't be the only one starstruck?
Hulkenberg, that's gay.
Really? No one else wants to shake her hand? Well, then on behalf of this group, I suppose it falls to me.
You're an interesting little ensemble. Wait, is that a fairy? A real living one? Where did you...
Hey, up there!
Oh, that's Luis's bullshit. The Luis-mobile.
An airborne gauntlet runner. He's actually finished it.
Damn, that thing is imposing now that we actually get a good look at it. Especially compared to another runner.
Luis!
My lord, Luis. How kind to provide a personal escort.
So that's it. I thought it was strange that a candidate like Gladell got stuck playing someone's driver.
But she was still the Sanctist's pick for the opening ceremonies? Guess even Forden's camp has to bend to popular opinion.
My humblest apologies, my Lord Luis, for this travesty, especially when you had graced me with the privilege of bearing the lovely Lady Juna.
Glad to see Lady Juna's safe, at least.
Wow. Voice on... Scottish Fold! I see that tail! I see those floppy ears! Scottish Fold Catboy! Oh, I know people are going fucking crazy for this dude.
I could have crushed that churchman like a bug. And I would have if these insolent fools hadn't.
I'm sure. Sorry, don't much care.
It would seem you had to clean up my associate's mess.
God, you are so fucking Griffith.
I'd like to express my gratitude, but if I might ask, who are you?
I'm just another candidate.
Indeed. Then we are both striving for the throne. One would think you commoners, but for the Lady Knight at your side. And you have a gauntlet runner. Most curious. What made you decide to enter the competition?
Looks like he's more interested than we anticipated. This might be our chance, so choose your words wisely, okay?
He's asking why I became a candidate. How should I respond? Now, we're not suckering up. Can't say this. We have to... Like, the only option is... Well, to become king, of course. Like, that's what the competition's for. Might see us as an enemy.
I know you want to get this right, but this is no time to get lost in thought.
Alright, I guess it has to be... I guess it has to be the sycophant answer.
I want to help you, Count Luis.
Oh? You fight in my name, do you?
Really now? So, you thought you'd step in for a little self-promotion?
Yes.
We want to help anyone in need. That's what we believe in.
Anyone? Most interesting. However, my immediate needs are met in terms of sword hands.
Oh, come now. Don't they have a certain charisma to them? Why? I dare say I saw them use magic without igniters.
Please, I know we can help you. We want nothing more than to see your vision realized, Lord Luis.
You do know what that vision is built on, don't you? If you would claim yourself my ally, then prove your power before all the kingdom's eyes. You can't change the world without power, after all. If you can manage that, I'll consider your proposal.
Damn, he just hit us with the mic controls everything. Foolishness, Carlton. Foolishness.
See you, Luis.
Don't think this changes anything. Come on, Hector!
It soars like a damn bird.
Right then. That could have gone worse. We were lucky we managed to connect with Luis this early.
No thanks to that Glodell. Even should we be accepted, he'll be no ally of ours.
There's a certain 70s, 80s anime feel to the outfits. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
at the very least, Luis
Or
knows
just
our
like
faces.
70s, 80s
All we
real
have
life.
to do now is avoid...
He wants to see our power, does he? Then let's find Heisme, bring him to justice, and show the nation we're a force to be reckoned with.
As the chirping birds return to their nests and the darkness claims its dominion, the Gauntlet Runner at last arrives at its repose, a place grown thick with trees. Are the sounds from between the trees just the leaves being caressed by the wind?
Roll dresses like
or
Freddie
are they
Mercury.
the whispers
Yeah.
of the beguiling beams of the dark? The party never has to find out, for they are safe within the Gauntlet Runner.
It's a shame the Gauntlet Runner doesn't have, like, a proper name. Like, the Gauntlet Runner is itself a good name, but the fact that all ships are called Gauntlet Runners, you should give ours, a name.
Did you hear that?
It's over. The end of the road. So ends the life of the genius engineer.
Let's say we go check on him.
Oh.
Hey! Nurse, you okay?
Oh, you two. Terribly sorry. It's nothing, really.
Is there something troubling you?
Ah, well, I suppose you could say that. It's just the runner, you see? She's in top shape, but...
Wait, see, moments like that where he's less bombastic and a bit more quiet, he feels like Patches. He's like 1 degree off from Patches.
I wanted to make her peerless. An absolute beauty, you know, top of her class. Something that would make even old Luis's runner look like a bally apple cart. I'd not be floundering so much if I just had a bit of spark.
A spark?
Yes, my girl. A spark of inspiration. A moment of epiphany, like when I saw the lost relic.
Lost relic? Doesn't ring a bell.
Ah, yes, context. They say that long, long ago, there was a civilization so highly advanced it was beyond all modern understanding. Automation ruled the day. People lived surrounded by machinery with no need to work. Legend has it that they lived lives of convenience and comfort. But somehow, that civilization just up and disappeared. God only knows what happened to them.
Gosh, I wonder what he's talking about. I wonder if it has anything to do with Moore's novel.
Sounds kind of far-fetched already.
Hear me out, would you? The point is, once in a stretch, you hear about someone unearthing relics from those days of yore. Absolutely inscrutable to the layman, don't you know? But those in the know would recognize such a prize at a single glance.
Have you ever seen one of these yourself?
Oh, yes. When I was but a young sproglet, there was this loony old inventor in my neighborhood, both quite brilliant and quite daffy, as they often are. That old fellow only showed me his find once, but even seeing it lit a fire in me, like being struck by lightning. After that, it was like a boiling pot. Ideas, ideas, ideas rising to the surface. And my tinkering always came out marvelous. Some proper court engineer-worthy genius.
What is it this time? The Rapture? Monsters from other dimensions summoned by teleportation crystals? Knockoff god warriors? I think it might be nuclear weapons. What with Magla being, like, very much radiation.
Something about it utterly captured my imagination. The lost relic, I mean.
Wow. You could try getting him to show you again.
If only I could. That old fellow went back to his own hometown. That single solitary glimpse of the past was all I had. The old goat. He told me he'd leave me the relic in his will.
Okay, so where's this guy's hometown?
Oh, some tiny hamlet somewhere on the outskirts of Martira. A village by the name of Camero or some such.
I mean, we're already going to Martira.
This one's important.
Old inventor Nurus once knew is living in Camero. Village near Martira. He may be able to tell us more about the relic you want to go to Nurus. We left Nurus, who dissolved into doom and gloom again.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Alright, we're in Martira. Time to find this Heisme fellow. Arrive in Martyra this evening. Good. And will be liberated from this blasted shaking. Liberated? I do believe I take offense to that. Barrygill's right, you know. A carriage could never keep up this pace. Some gratitude would be appreciated. I see it, I see it. Apologies, I am grateful. It's just hard to show it while on the verge of losing your lunch. That and I pray we can avoid further hindrances like yesterday.
Isn't that...
Once we arrive in town, we're supposed to meet with Barden, right? Sure, the sights will be distracting. Let's not keep the man waiting.
Departing the capital and barreling southward, the party's gauntlet runner at last arrives in the old castle town, Martyra, where their client, Barden, awaits. The towering castle's stark walls stare down coldly upon its visitors. The only question now is whether or not this gambit was the right move.
Tis far more desolate a place than I'd heard.
Not many people out. It's like everyone's afraid of something.
Ah, you're here! I've been hoping you'd show up soon.
I know it's been a while,
now
but
this
we
guy's
pledged to help
proper
you.
Scottish.
We'll not go back on our word.
Back in the capital, we got a Kenne, and here we've got Och.
Glad to hear it. I'm sure Lady Joanna will also be pleased. Oh, your pardon. Lady Joanna rules this city. She is also a most holy sanctuaress of the Sanctus Church. She lives there, in Criganti Castle.
I take it the locals are hoping for His Eminence Forden to win the tournament?
Aye, naturally. No sane and righteous man would want Luis on the throne. Speaking of, I heard there was a scuffle on the road between two candidates gauntlet runners. The criers say Forden's allies suffered the worst of it.
Ah, well, that's Luis's camp for you. I assume it was them, I mean. Some nasty characters at his heel, eh?
Hey, if they pick a fight, it's not my business.
It's really none of my business.
Aye. Best not to get distracted by this tattle when you've got a mission to attend to. Admirably practical.
Got quite a positive outlook, doesn't he?
Captain, are you sure we can trust these strangers? These bounty boarders are always in it just for the money.
Character portrait. This guy's gonna be important, and I don't like the look of his face.
Looks like his officer's not on our side just yet.
Dinna be rude, Morris. They've come a long way for our sakes. Now, I'm sure you must be knackered from the journey. Let me show you to an inn. You can try our local speciality, perhaps.
Hulkenberg's accent just going to be more prominent from now on? I would hope so. Her accent is fucking hot.
Ah, you've a local delicacy. 'Twould be a welcome treat.
You chaps go on. The old girl needs a bit of maintenance after carrying us so far.
Can't that wait until you've eaten?
Too much at stake, lad. Go on, don't worry, and I'll sort her out. Might well fix the bally waterworks while I'm at it.
Come, everyone. This way.
I wondered if it was meant to be a German accent based on the name Hulkenberg. That sounds like a very German name.
Some kind of smoked dish?
Roasted larvae of the giant sandworm.
Ooh.
It's Martyra's culinary speciality.
Ooh.
Cooked to a delicate finish, just enough to preserve all the natural juices and flavors of the innards.
Oh good. Larval innards.
'Tis a unique texture, to be sure, but the taste is divine. Exquisite.
You're completely serious, aren't you?
Something the matter? Do try some of your own before it gets cold.
Looks great.
What is with that smile? Not you two.
I would try eating a giant roast worm like that. I mean, jury's out on whether I could actually handle the texture of it, but I'd at least like to try.
You're fairly
I definitely
with
got
gusto,
that
young man.
Text
Passion worthy of a royal candidate.
Whatever symptoms of autism I possess, being really picky about the texture of food is definitely up there. I cannot eat beans because of the texture.
How was it? Sometimes the insides can twitch a bit, but it's harmless, I assure you.
Would that I had time to try more of your dishes, but... to business. Can you fill us in on the details of all these kidnappings?
Aye. Our wee ones have been going missing for at least 6 months. All told, we're looking at 15 children now unaccounted for.
Not being able to eat vegetables because of the texture, that's a rough one. Vegetables are really, really good. Not being able to deal with the texture of those would be rough. Yeah, I'm with you on mashed potatoes. If mashed potatoes do not have the exact perfect consistency, I cannot eat them. Like, I've had some mashed potatoes that are just a little bit too dry, and it immediately feels like I'm choking. Like, it's awful. Ooh, 15
And do you think this
children.
Heismay is your culprit?
I'm told he's a disgraced knight with nowhere else to turn. We've no proof, but the pieces fit. Seems to me that with nothing else to lose, he's gone rogue.
For a man who claimed a knight's honor to stoop to such horrors. 'Tis unacceptable. We must end this quickly, for our sake and his own.
If I recall the brief, it'll be quite a feat to even get near this Heismay. His hideout was in the midst of the Sandworm's territory, yes?
Aye, well remembered. He certainly isn't going to make this easy for us.
So... is Heismay's hideout way out here? Looks pretty far from Artira. Oh, I smell trouble. Let's see here.
Giant sandworm.
And there. Let's see here.
Rival gauntlet.
It's a campground.
Let's see here.
That must be the town that I need to visit for Eurus.
Now that you mention it, I have to wonder how he can even survive out there.
We've been chasing any lead we have, but we can't figure it all out. We're in over our heads.
We'll get this job done.
We're awful grateful to have you. And don't worry, we'll pay you what you're due. After all, nobody else in the royal capital would give it a second glance.
We help anyone in need. That's why we've come this far.
Inspiring words, young man. Now,
Ooh, acid
I hope you're not full
yeah,
yet.
That would make fruit
We've a
very
whole
difficult.
spread of other dishes for you. Now this is the pride of the town. A fine sweetmeat made from the juvenile sandworm's entrails. You'll find this tastes as sweet as any dessert. Together,
like sweet.
I'm sure we can find a way to the stronghold without falling prey to those worms. Now, please, dig in.
A sweet sausage.
Tis altogether different from the roast. Why, 'tis succulent as a mellow fruit. Another marvel.
You must have gotten used to eating anything you had to out in the wilds, eh?
I'll schedule a meeting with the Honourable Lady Joanna tomorrow. Please, rest your weary heads for today.
If they aren't here calling a free meal out of us, that is.
Now, let's go.
I think Elf Guy is on the level. I think he's just
It's been a while.
Exactly.
He's trying to look out for his people, do right by them. It's his officer guy, the horned one that I'm suspicious of. was so delicious to the last meal. Here is a fine city indeed, which makes Hyde's offenses all the more damning.
Pleasure to see you.
Got a moment?
Alright, can't explore yet. I do love a good inn.
Right? Good night.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws
I say
nearer.
I love a good inn, but in truth, I would never be able to hack it as an adventurer because I have problems enough sleeping in my own bed.
Gorgeous
When I
out.
have to travel somewhere, I just don't get any sleep. Like straight up, if I go and have to stay in a hotel, I won't sleep at all.
Hold on.
Let's hurry.
Like, I will operate on, like, maybe 2-3 hours of sleep a day just because I cannot rest in an unfamiliar place.
More people, listen.
There's more.
Hello there.
Water merchant. Oh. Juice. Yep. Bounty. No new bounty. Check again tomorrow.
Just a sec.
Goats! I want to pet the goats. Come on, Gallica, I want to pet the goats.
Now what am I to do?
All right then.
Right, not a whole lot to see around town. Gallica, I want to pet the goats.
An elder candidate?
Can't be.
Ah, new shop. Shop in a new
What'll it
town.
be?
Slayer's Basilard, one-handed sword. Bonus damage to demi-human monsters. Found a Damascus Shamshir already. And Hulkenberg's Demon Slayer Spear. You finally noticed Hythlodaeus in the bottom left! He's been here all along, watching! Fist weapon. Staff. Ooh, crossbow. Daggers? Am I gonna get the thief archetype around here? Semaphore, is that a whip?
Can't be.
What about
What'll it
armor?
be?
What's the armor merchant have to show us? Damascus vest, right? That's what I picked up. Recluse's clothes. Plain, nondescript clothes that make it easy to slip away and hide. Allows for evasive movement. That's pretty fucking good. 130 defense, 15 evasion. 15 evasion. Goodness. All stats +2. That's really strong. Lots of nice items. Well, it's not Hades. It's Hythlodaeus here because Hythlodaeus is thematically relevant. But with this being, you know, just an adaptation of Thomas More's Utopia starring Hythlodaeus.
You!
Came to see the King Rock.
What it? I see.
Hey, that shithead monk guy is on there now.
Let's see. Yep.
Oh, any one of them.
Well met.
I've awaited you.
Yeah, no, that guy's election campaign is like to slap his bald head, reblog to slap his bald head, reply to slap his bald head. Send this to 50 of your followers so they can slap his bald head.
Aye, yes. May I present Lady Joanna, Sanctoress and the ruler of this city.
The local governor, you might say.
These are the ones who have undertaken the request to subjugate Hyzme.
I am Joanna, presiding lady of this city. On its behalf, you have my gratitude for traveling all the way from the royal capital.
Lady Joanna refused to use taxes to pay for this, so she sold her own heirlooms and possessions to secure the funds.
It's clear you want only the best for your people, milady. So we'll give you our best in return.
I cannot claim any nobility above yours. Even as other aspirants to the throne quarrel and bicker, you've chosen instead to help the kingdom's people.
Well, we don't deserve that much credit.
Be used
After
to
all,
just
we're not helping for
Can be
free.
used to mean, like, defeat, incapacitate, restrain, capture.
Even so, please put an end to this tragedy.
We won't let you down.
Thank you. In truth, I thought it foolish to decide a monarch by a simple vote of popularity. But perhaps there is something to it. Here is my offer. If you get rid of the culprit, I will appeal to the people of this town to support you.
'Tis most kind, but can you truly afford that? Surely, as a church sanctoress, His Eminence Forden would expect your support.
Indeed. However, I would rather have a king who truly cares for his subjects.
Yes, Lady Joanna.
Now, I must return to my duties. I shall await our next meeting.
We're counting on you.
'Twas a confident smile indeed, with a great deal of pain behind it.
I know it's but a step in our plan, but truly, I hope we can help these people. She even promised us political support.
She did say it. Oh, I mean, I can't help but wonder if she'll keep her word on that. It's quite a promise to make when she barely knows us.
Did something seem amiss?
Not in particular. Maybe it's just the gloominess of this place getting to me. So what are we gonna do about Hyzme? We'll have to go out in Sandworm territory to find him, right?
Yeah, and then we'll just kill a bunch of sandworm.
The mere fact of his kidnappings suggests he's passing unseen by guards and sandworms alike. The question is, how?
Let's ask around the city a bit first.
He's playing a thief.
Though I can't say we'll find many willing to talk, with the streets this deserted. Maybe we'll have better luck around the taverns and shops.
We should go.
Oh, any one of them will do.
Come on, babe.
What is it?
Giant worm? Martyrs love our grubs. Bit indifferent to their inedible parents. Larva's my favorite. Well, know a little about them before they make it to the kitchen. Can't eat the adult worms? What a silly thing to say. They're the ones that eat us. Well, that does remind me, there was a merchant yesterday at the tavern boasting he'd gotten real close to the den. That's true, it'd be quite the feat.
Nice.
Maybe he's still in town. Alright, so there's a merchant. Might know more about the wine.
An elder candidate? No. I must have got that wrong.
Hello there.
Hey! Okay!
Yes?
Whoa!
Bad weather.
More people missing. I can hardly think on it.
Urchin. Around here.
More people
Urchin.
missing. What do you want to know?
Excuse me.
I can pay that. I'll
Thank you
pay for
kindly.
information.
Here's the real skinny.
Ski in front of the fountain. Drank so much yesterday at the tavern, he's practically taking a bath. Now he's hungover.
I'm out of ideas.
Oh, it's this guy. I already talked to him.
Can hardly
Hungover
think
man.
on it.
Hey!
Hungoverman. Found a giant sandworm husk, and that was it. Bar, I was excited and got drunk. At some point, the story turned into me waltzing right up to the worm and staring it down, and I regret saying that.
No good.
Not a scrap. I suppose we knew it wouldn't be that simple.
Tis far too early to give up. I spent over a year asking after the prince with no luck. And still I did not falter.
Wait, a worm husk? Mayhaps we can create a worm disguise!
Yes, and it's very admirable.
You
But
know,
I
like
think
a
I'd prefer
lion
change of tack
dancer.
instead.
We're all holding up a segment of the worm husk, and as we're trotting through the desert, all the other worms are like, damn, that worm looks like shit, but they leave us alone. This guy!
Yeah. Might you answer a question?
I recognize this dude!
Terribly sorry, but I can't help you. I'm just here on my leisure. You're better off finding the information you're looking for elsewhere.
My idea is brilliant, and it's so cool.
Suspicious character, isn't he?
Hey, you lot. You seriously gonna hunt down Heisme?
You're Barden's man.
Yeah, the guy with the attitude.
Not sure I should tell you this, but here I am. There's actually a way to avoid the giant sandworms. You just gotta wait for the sand flash. It's a local event. A kind of storm, and the wind kicks up sand peppered with magic crystals. Not too uncommon a sight round here. Our diviners say we'll have a sand flash in about 5 days. Seems to put most wild beasts to sleep. Might be some magic effect, or might just be waiting out the storm. And that includes the sandworms, eh? They'll nod off, and with proper timing, you'll sneak right past them. Heisme might well be using the same trick himself.
We're much obliged, but if you know all this, why haven't you and the guard gone out?
A guard unit stomping around would wake up the whole den. Didn't much like saying it, but us local lads wouldn't be much use against Heisme anyway. But you think you can handle him? Aye? Wouldn't be here otherwise.
Be really funny, but if they're anything like Tremors or Dune, it would end in inevitable death. Yeah, well, that's why we use the uneven, non-rhythmic steps. If we move without a consistent, pattern, they won't be able to pick us up as people pretending to be Worm.
That information is all we needed. Thanks for the help.
Good luck out there.
But
And
who's
anyway,
the shady
no
guy
charge
with,
for the advice, eh?
with the blue hair? He was back in Grand Trad, and I was talking to him there. And I was
Can't
like,
have his
you
getting
have a
yourself killed
portrait.
now.
You must be
Cap's
important.
reputation's on the line. And, one more thing. You didn't get this info from me. Eh?
Understood. But why? You could have shared this with us at supper yesterday.
What? And got myself volunteered to go out there as your travel guide? No danger of that.
I see.
Anyway, I'm counting on you.
Finally, a solid lead falls into our laps. And we'll not even have to bother with the sandworms. We've apparently got 5 days till the sandflash hits. Let's make sure we can get this done quick. Looks like more than a day's trip on the map.
If it takes us one night to reach the giant sandworm's territory, and we aim to go when the storm has them all asleep, we should leave in 4 days' time.
Let's go inform Nearest.
Great, so that'll give me 4 days to fap a boot.
Righto, straightforward enough. Long as we get in when the worms have all tucked in for a nap, we'll be just dandy. Suppose I'd better crack on with the tune-ups then. Don't want the old girl failing on us when she'll be our only hope of egress, eh?
Something just reacted. What the fuck is this?
Oh, that? Damned if I know. It was just in the blueprints from the royal family. Works rather like an igniter, but no idea what it does. Just don't go breaking... Oh, easy there. You all right, lad? Thought I saw something glowing. Then you came over all giddy, gave me a start.
The beating heart is the engine of the ship. For a moment, it, like the light was blinding.
Still can't believe this thing reacted. Look, we don't want any nasty surprises, so I vote we stay put and rest up for today. Just in case. Don't want you passing out on me, do I? Just consider it a little precaution for the trip.
Why is there a beating heart as an engine? Don't worry about it. Rest inside the gauntlet runner for today as
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Early morning. Oh boy. Can't believe you, Abby. You point out the guy's voice and will haunt me for the rest of the game.
Your journey is going well, it seems. One by one, you take your steps forward on this road. A supernatural awakening, a call to adventure, legs to carry you.
Stop naming tropes, Moore. Stop naming tropes. You get off that TV tropes page right the hell now.
All of these are coming together. Accordingly, new powers needed for the journey seem to have awakened.
That doohickey in the gauntlet runner, you mean?
Are you talking about that thing inside the gauntlet runner?
By my eyes report, there is one piece of equipment in the gauntlet runner that was created in ancient times. Something no longer crafted in this day and age. A divine relic. It contains ancient magic once thought lost. The power of teleportation. With proper use, its great power will turn your gauntlet runner swifter than any beast or transport on land. Most interesting. The reasons elude me, but you seem qualified to use this divine relic. I cannot imagine this is mere coincidence. Perhaps you are guided by an unknown hand. Now, try to imagine. Vivid, familiar scenery. Somewhere far from the land where you rest.
What's going on here?
What's with all the yelling? Wait, Isn't this...
What? The royal capital? How? We were in Martira just last night.
Eurus? Surely you didn't drive us back here?
Are you mad? Don't you remember how many days the last trip took? You can't dash and roll pop over to the capital in a single night.
I wonder if this is the teleportation magic Moore was talking about.
What? So this is some magic you saw in a dream?
So this teleportation, it can just whisk us all back to the royal capital in a flash. Even the Gauntlet Runner came along for the ride.
It certainly did. And there might be a reason for that.
Do you know something?
She was custom-made for the prince. When I wasn't there in the concept phase, when they gave me an odd gadget and said, make it work, I bloody well made it work. You saw it yourself, eh, my lad? That part all bound up in its heart. Last night, we caught it glowing. Then I wake up and find a proper hullabaloo. Damnedest thing. It only started glowing when you got close, eh? Maybe you were a trigger of some kind.
Yeah, maybe I am.
I cannot say I've heard of teleportation, and yet... surely there can be no explanation for this other than magic.
Hold on. If we're back in the capital, that means we've got bigger problems. We're due back in Martira for the bounty. If it takes us days to get back, that's all our planning ruined.
If we magicked ourselves over here, let's bally well see if we can magic ourselves back, eh?
He makes it sound so easy, but... what do you think?
'Tis no small feat we ask.
I love
know,
this
but
diegetic
might you
explanation
at
for
least
fast travel.
try?
Can I really use this teleportation bullshit? I'll just have to try. Think of a place
Where
we've
to?
already been. Martira, for example. Yeah, just stick your head right in there. We'll focus on Martira as our destination.
It reacted! The lad really is the key to triggering it!
Whoa! Hey! Are you sure this is safe?
No.
All we can do is trust him.
It's Martira. We really are back.
Yeah, nothing can go wrong from sticking your head in the Large Hadron Collider.
I can't believe it. It feels just like when the King's magic caused that spectacle in the capital.
In my eyes, it's the other way around. It's not powerful by virtue of being connected to the king or to the lad. Maybe it's that all magic is supposed to have potential of this magnitude. You've all got some powers that defy understanding too, eh? Gives one the sense that those sanctists preaching about needing igniters are wrong, or lying outright.
I suppose when you say it like that.
Speaking of sanctism, they'll not like this. A tool full of this kind of practical, unorthodox magic is against all their teachings. Why would the royals have had it?
Hold a moment. With this teleportation on our side, can we travel anywhere in the world with only a thought? If that's so, we may not even need a gauntlet runner at all.
What? You mean... we could just magic snap ourselves to Brylehaven? Just like that?
Go on, try it out.
No reaction.
Where is that? I wish I could imagine it, but we've never been there.
So we can't go somewhere we've never been before. Anywhere else you've been? How about Montario?
No. Commoners don't usually visit the 3 great cities.
That's a fucked up thing to say, Gallica. Oh yeah, you peasants don't get to go to the, you know, central the cultural centers of your civilization. That's not for you, peasants. Like, Gallica, think about what that says about this entire civilized, like, social structure. That, like, the majority of people don't get to be part of the social centers that make up the base of this civilization.
'Twould seem this
That's
power
wild.
travel is somewhat conditional. Best that we define its boundaries now.
So, in the end, the only places we can teleport to are the cities we've actually been to.
Well, thank you very much. Ha! Almost had me out of a job there, lad.
Sounds like you've got to envision the destination in great detail for it to work. We'll need more than a glance out a window or a passing familiarity. And you have to focus for it too. Seems to take you a moment, which means it won't save us in a fight.
Not as convenient as it sounds, huh?
How so? Now we can return to the royal capital any time we need to restock. Tis useful enough as is, and the more places we travel, the more we can return to.
You're right. And now we can drop by to see Maria whenever we like. Put like that, it really is something impressive.
Even if we've no idea where it comes from, it should certainly prove useful.
Yo, Maria's gonna be fucking jazzed. Hey, we found a special magic thing that lets us come and visit whenever you want.
Our next foe is a bounty, and we have a lot of preparing to do.
Now we can
We've got
take
3 days to go,
Nanako
so
to
don't forget.
GS whenever she wants. That's right. Capture Heisme, you must be well prepared. You can grow stronger by accepting requests around town, such as the recruitment center. Time a new operation begins, the town you stay in will become your new base. Your departure date is July 2nd. Try to be ready. Want to return to a previous location such as Grand Trod, open R1. Open the world map with R1 on the map menu, select your desired destination. Travel with teleportation. Teleporting does not pass time, so feel free to return to previous towns to complete unfinished requests or hang out with
That's right.
So?
We're up against a strong opponent, so we better make sure we're as strong as we can get. Saw some bounties at the recruitment center.
Oh, my apologies. That's a relief. Well, I'll be off now.
Hey, you sure you want to let that fellow go? He nicked something of yours just now when he bumped into you.
Oh.
Oh no! Grius' dagger is missing!
Grius' memento was stolen!
Let's chase after him! I don't see him anywhere! Jeez, how'd he disappear so fast?
Where can we find a clue? Lead us to the man who took the memento.
Come on!
Now... Oh? And what of it? Now...
Ah! Consider it a kingly investment. My imagination were inspired.
I'll be off.
Oh, I've been trying to build up my imagination, but it takes so many points.
More people missing.
Roll is ready to hang out.
Oh, what'll I do?
Keep a great number of carrier pigeons so we can maintain communication. They're all requisitioned by officials.
Why did this
capital,
happen?
like they need them for the tournament. but we rely on the pigeons for trading medicine and foodstuff, so the loss of them puts us at risk. We need to procure a practical pigeon parcel from Comero by July 11th.
What'll I do?
No one wants to go out with a kidnapper about, so I've got no volunteer. In addition, there's no end to beasts. If I was the pigeon's caretaker, there's a good chance that I cannot keep my job if things continue like this.
Stupendous.
Well, I've got to go to that place anyway.
I'd so love your help.
Let's give it a shot. Whoa, that reminds me.
Village near us was talking about? Remember his story about the old man and the relic? We can ask the villagers about the old man.
Ooh. So?
Now, let's see. Bounties as well. July
Take a
2nd
look.
to July 4th.
What?
Good hunting to you.
New bounty. Gobborn King, Forest Champion. Imp Den east of Martyr. Beat Gobborn's black will lure it out. Talk to informant in Visca Alba.
Don't go get yourself killed.
Yeah. Hey.
King's not around. A magic-wielding Gobborn keeps order with the Horde. Take him out, and the big guy should appear. Mages were black.
Good hunting to you.
Let's do it.
Those goblins are no joke.
Let's see here. Here's where we
What
are
is
now.
this location? Over here, though. Need to find out what that is.
Oh, I smell trouble. All right.
All right then.
Ooh, another side quest. Oh, it's that guy. My imagination is not high enough.
Now what am I to do?
All right then.
Let's go.
Can I? Is the informant around? Yes.
What do you want to know?
Ah, trading in Martyra. Goods are sold in Comero.
Here's the real skinny.
Famous for carrier pigeons that got medicine. Basalt called Eating Fountain of Youth. Sell Orgo sugar as well. Sell accessories with various effects. They're really useful to travelers. Not even a day's journey with a gauntlet runner. Why not pay a visit? Ingredients available in Martyra.
Here's the real
Dill meat, Morricone meat, mellow milk, hands where children sell rock beans and fragrant spice. Kids selling, also a village not far off with Orgo sugar. Price, that's Comero. Now kids selling plant seeds, Cattle Racket Road. Can't eat those until they're... Alright, now. The Gerbilin
I
King.
bear good tidings.
Single goblin is easy to thatch, but a horde is trouble. Got business with the Goblin King, you have to lure him out by defeating the goblins.
Here's the real skinny.
No weaknesses to speak of. They love a good nap. You can find some items to make him drowsy at a general store. That's how you fight him. May all know already, but don't go wielding a staff or a mace. They'll fly off the handle. What else? There's a lot of giant insects called vesps in there, and they're weak to pierce attacks. Better be prepared with a spear or bow.
Thank you kindly.
Alright, so if I'm going after goblins, I have to switch, Carlton over to, the Seeker.
More people missing.
What say you?
Like to check the weather before traveling, speak with a fortune teller. They can forecast the region's weather for the next 2 days. Sure, tell me what the weather's gonna be like.
Thank you.
Let's see. Nice little...
We'll face danger here.
Ooh.
Alright. Like it's gonna be nice and sunny for the next few days.
This place.
There's definitely shit that only happens on cloudy or stormy days. I can tell.
Pop by again, won't you?
More people missing.
Okay, oh gosh. What to do? Alright, hunt begins in 3 days. For now, I will say.
What now?
Let's hang out with
you.
Stroll. What are you up to? Ironic how fidgety one gets when told to wait, isn't it? A bit of a vibe. This regards Lord Hydron, the landowner in Grand Trad, my family's old caretaker man. Rumors say he's clever and not in a good way. I'm lost about how to approach him. Yo, I'll
Thanks
help.
a bunch.
I'll go in for an assist. Without Sanctus, so we should head to the Grand Cathedral and the Royal Castle. Go! Hence, teleportation animation. It's told Lord Hydron comes here often. And right on cue. I'm not mistaken, you're the young Lord Stroll, are you not? Honored to make your acquaintance, Lord Hydron. How do you know me? Nary a soul in the kingdom hasn't heard at least rumors of Halia's tragedy. Perhaps you've come to reflect and pray?
No.
I came to see you, actually. I understand full well that this request may seem unreasonable, but...
Truth is,
I've come to beg the use of some vacant domiciles in the capital. As you know, my countrymen who fled Halia reside here, sleeping on the street. Without roofs over their heads, they barely scrape by. So I implore you, please consider offering your support to these fine people.
No.
Are you implying I should do this as some manner of charity? Am I to be compensated in any way? Odd that you would petition me on their half to begin with. Not as though they are still your responsibility. Besides, is poverty not an individual's onus to bear? Oh, this Stroll, I think we're gonna have to kill this guy. They were attacked and forced to flee their homes. We'd still hold them responsible for their lack of means?
yes.
Though fate was cruel to them and they could not rise above it. Could they not hold themselves to higher standards? I'm afraid I'm under no obligation here. Yeah, average member of the Catholic Church. Average person who says they're a good Christian. Well, it's not my fault that they have bad things happening to them, and I don't have to do anything to help them. Besides, what of your own circumstances? With your parents and land gone, you have little else to anchor you. Consider restoring the glory of your house before you worry about the rabble. Right about one thing, I was a fool to ask for your aid.
What?
What about everyone from back home?
Obviously.
Don't worry, I won't abandon my... Incidentally, don't I know your compatriot from somewhere? Don't look at him, look at me! Besides, I must apologize for taking up your precious time. But before I go, I would have you know that these refugees are my people. No matter your stance on it, I will do everything in my power to save them.
Worry not.
My good lad, I'm sure I must come across rather harshly, but it's not as though I have no sympathy. Abandoned by your parents, shunned by your relations. We're left to the harsh truth of the royal capital too young is a pity. And yet you're still not helping. So, like, clearly you don't actually have sympathy.
Stop!
Not let our tempers get the best of us. It isn't over yet. I think we would all love to throw this man down a well.
I'm sorry.
I wasn't able to pursue Lord Hydron to offer assistance. It's always going to be a tall order, but he tossed it aside, calling it personal responsibility. That I could not abide.
Yes.
Focus should be on rebuilding your house.
Yes.
House Haliatus would rise again from the ruin that human rock, restore it to its former glory. Should hope to greater heights still. I'd heard you'd been living off the generosity of noble families who respected your lord parent. Brought so low, can't have been easy. I only wish to see your house flourish once again. Your inheritance did...
Wait.
Excuse my interruption, but you saved my inheritance. The village was destroyed. I don't recall any mention of it. You were unaware of it. I suspected as much, given our conversation. Father would have kept it separate from the estate. Of this I have no doubt, though I couldn't begin to say how or where.
Taking that into account.
Well, if there were any clues left, I'm sure they would all point to Halia. Any leads?
Yeah.
Perhaps, though I doubt anything survived the fire.
Hey, so?
Regardless, I'll make the journey back home on my own. Right? I'll not burden you with wild beasts. Oh, man.
No.
Really doubt we'll find anything.
Thank you.
But thank you for today. I would have lost it. I would have lost it if you hadn't been there to keep me calm. Avoided this for 2 years. I'm to face the ruins of my home head on. Might I ask for your help yet again? Not so sure I could take another step without you at my side. Yay. I can sense Stroll's deep-seated trust and burgeoning resolve. Proud noble Stroll, keeper and inheritor of the warrior.
No.
Thy shared bond, a new heroic embodiment slumbering within thee has come to
A
blossom.
new power.
If I can't help those who have lost everything, how can I call myself a fresh prince candidate?
Of course I'd like you to come, but...
Party can now study the Swordmaster archetype. You can now study the Swordmaster in academia. Try seeing what new powers await. I hope you'll find the inheritance your parents left you. One out of 3 Dante archetypes unlocked. Okay, so we've got Swordmaster. Clearly that tells me the others are Trickster, Gunslinger, or perhaps a Royal Guard. I do hope you'll find the inheritance your parents left for you. All they'd hoped for you into your own with a worthy house. So proud of how wise beyond your year. Your father especially, just like him in that respect. I'm not worthy to share mention of my father. Whatever the case, I intend to honor their wishes. Pray await my return. I need to find a way to up my imagination stat. But imagination can wait. Brigitte wants to talk to me.
Young man, hey!
Oh, cool.
Then...
Sure, play some music.
Pleased to hear that. Oh. Let me perform for you.
Probably not much longer. My throat is starting to get really, really dry and tired.
Gone to shite this
All right,
house.
then.
Probably gonna finish this day. I'll go,
Where to?
go talk to Brigitte. That'll probably be it.
Let's go.
I would think that people would start talking about how, like, Brigitte did not see me approach. I approached her from inside her store, and she is out here and would have never seen me enter. People are gonna start talking about how, hey, have you noticed how that Elda guy seems to be everywhere all the time? Hey, didn't you leave the capital? Well, no matter, I'm not gonna ask questions. Haven't told anyone about it. You and I are collaborators. Shall we discuss your assignment? I'm in.
Now then.
Doggy! I want you to feed it, play with it, generally take care of it until I return.
Listen.
One rule, however. Cannot let anyone else find out that there's a dog here. No exceptions, no mistakes. That's all?
What?
Sounds, pretty simple.
Yes.
Well, it is, but you can't let your guard down. I mean it when I say I want no mistakes. I'm sure you're aware of the anti-Igniter crowd around here. Fools who believe Igniters will destroy the world. Beyond them, there are plenty of people in this world who would jump at the chance to do something crueler than kill me.
That's why...
This thing is a weakness waiting to be exploited. I have to hide it. I'm entrusting this matter to you.
Why?
Why me?
You.
You're as far removed from my business as anyone could be. Case it bears saying, don't even think of crossing me. Being associates has worked for us so far. You don't want us to be in.
That's right.
The name is... No, never mind. Call it what you... Not really sure why, but I've been entrusted with taking care of Brigitte's dog. I do pet sitting work in real life, and now I'm pet sitting in the game. Oh. It seems strangely attached to you already.
I see now.
Suppose you do have some surprising skills, such as using magic without an igniter. Oh, so you looked into me.
Utterly naive.
Would impact my business. It's my job to know about it. That's not all. Word has it that your entourage can transform your bodies for combat.
Speaking of...
Long ago, there once existed ultimate magic. Wow. The thing with the game asking your name was pretty meta, but this is next level. Say the hero king of legend wielded a power much like yours. I sincerely doubt you'll be following in his footsteps. I'll be frank, Carl. You're bad for business, but that is precisely why I'm going to lend you my power. I'm selling igniters, because they turn a profit, but I hate the damn things, from the bottom of my heart. But this is a world dominated by igniters. As long as you've got the money, you've got almost all the power you want. Quite a pitch, isn't it? Those on top make a lot of profit off of bleeding the downtrodden dry. The strong get stronger, the weak are only cast even further down.
As it is.
My own hands are not bloodless in that, and so I will endeavor to help you break this wretched weave. If nothing else, it'll be amusing, no? I can sense Brigitte's faint expectations.
Yet still they oppose me.
Apparently,
Farewell.
she's out anti-capitalist ally.
Huh?
Already, that's all you wanted me to do tonight? You've exceeded my expectations already. You've made the dog like you. Something impossible for me.
See you.
Till next time. We'll be waiting. Or at least the dog will. What's the dog's name? She wouldn't tell us.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
She was about to tell us the dog's name, and then she's like, no, never mind. Just call it whatever you want.
Nonetheless,
Trying to act like she does not adore this puppy. If it's named Bosco, no, it can't be. Sand flashing. I think we can really rely on something as unknowable as the movements of the wind. Well, it seems so. According to the fortune teller, the signs continue to appear just as expected. Good. No change to our plans then. Let's prepare as best we can.
We got a major bargain! Mister?
Oh, there's so much shit to do! I need to raise my imagination. I do? Where's a reportable quest?
Hey! Oh, hey!
Oh, right.
More people missing.
Alright, yeah, it's almost 10 p.m. And like I said, my throat's getting very tired, so we'll call it a night. Whew. Till next time, everyone, thank you for joining me. Bye-bye, and have a good night.